sales, we ensure that their unique futures will shine through. With the power of our website and social media, your professionally recorded videos are streamed live, allowing potential customers from all over the country to view and appreciate the quality of your show pigs. We handle the technicalities so you can focus on what you do best, raising exceptional livestock. To schedule your next show pig shoot, call Rhonda at 765-431-7367. Welcome to the ultimate show on the track. Today we celebrate our premier partners, the driving force behind the livestock industry across the nation. Get ready to witness the power of partnership as our premier partners take to the asphalt. Green light and they're off. On the track we have our first partner, Laird Premium Blend Genetics from premiumblendgenetics.com. Next up, it's Beck's Hybrids from BecksHybrids.com. And here comes ShowRight from ShowRight.com. Coming around, we have Brad Howe Ford from BHIFord.com. And here comes First Farmers Bank and Trust from FFBT.com. And rounding out the racers, it's Kennedy Ventures from KennedyVenturesOK.com. On the track and in the ring, it's all about collaboration and teamwork. Join us in honoring our premier partners because together they're the driving force of the livestock industry.
It's time for Cattleman's Congress. This is a Walton Webcasting production. Livestock like you've never seen before.
We're going to get started with your Angus Bull Show here at the Cattleman's Congress. First class in the ring is Class 1B. Joining us here in the ring, we have Gerald Buck and Garrett Cloud. Let's put our hands together and welcome these gentlemen here to the OG&E Coliseum.
Good afternoon. It's certainly my pleasure to be here and working with the Angus cattle here at the Congress. It's an honor to be in this arena and be in this great facility. This place is pretty special. It's special to me being a native, but it's really an honor to be here and have an opportunity to evaluate these cattle. We got a nice pair of bulls that we're going to get started off with. There's a couple of outline things for us that really gives us a little bit of trouble to discuss right out the gate. We're going to start with the bull that is phenotypically the bull that hits us the best. He's a big growthy bugger and one that's got a nice look to him with some body and rib. We'd like to see more data on that calf. The calf that comes second, a really attractive made one, not as good in his hip, maybe not quite the width and power, not quite as secure as he comes to ground on those rear two. Nice pair of bulls, good place to start. Thank you.
Class 1B first place will go to back number 4383. That's RJS WG Genesis 6464, exhibited by Roland James Springler of Watertown, Tennessee. Second place in that class will go to Brax Frederick of Stephenville, Texas. Now in the ring is Class 2B before the division.
May bulls here and a good pair of bulls. Both of them have some quality to them, and they definitely have some strengths that we can would appreciate a great deal. The bull that leads off conformation-wise definitely fits us to the best. I mean, he's a bull that's got the most muscle and shape to him, really good in the center portion of his body. A bull that has that extra power, the extra muscle. Just a nice calf. Once again, we'd like to see a little bit more data on that calf as well. The bull that comes second, another one, he's a little more conventional in kind. He's a little shorter fronted, maybe not quite as square out of his hip as our class winner. But this is a bull that gets around the ring fine, has some depth of flank. It looks like he's going to go ahead and mature into a nice bull. Good pair there. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in Class 2B here in the Angus ring. First place will go to back number 4386. That's WG Renegade N01A, exhibited by Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri. Second place in that class will go to Wendell Custer of Cushing, Oklahoma, and John Renee Hartley of Veneta, Oklahoma. We're now going to welcome in those first and seconds. Our judges will select their champion reserve summer bull calves.
Our first division here in the bull show, and not a lot of numbers, but the quality's pretty good in the division. We feel like there's a pair of bulls that kind of come to the top. Garrett's going to go get those too, and give these guys a round of applause, please.
Well, congratulations, your summer bull calf champion, exhibited by Wilson Good Cattle Company with WG Renegade N018. Reserve champion, exhibited by Roland Springler of Watertown, Tennessee, with RJS WG Genesis 6464. We'll get Arena 2 cleared. We'll welcome in Class 3B to your Angus Bull Show.
Here in our Angus Bull Show, we've got a nice pair of bulls, and they're very contrasting in their type and kind. We're going to use the bull. It's a little more elevated, has an advantage when we talk about length and extension up through his front end. A really high appealing bull. He maybe doesn't have the lower stifle muscle that we see in our second place bull. I just feel like he has so much advantage when we talk about performance and length and extension and how he balances up there. The bull that does come second, he's a stout and built one that's really big in the center portion of his, down his top and out of his hip. Bull that's got some muscle and shape. We just like to stretch him out and clean him up a little bit to compare with the bull that leads off. Good job. Congratulations.
Which one did he make champion?
It was Lane Christopher.
He was what?
He just won that 3B. Okay.
Well, congratulations in the Hereford ring. Results out of Class 25, first place. Exhibited by Collier and Braylon Schaefer, Hagerstown, Indiana, with Hawk KP Marley, 50 MET.
4B, one animal, right?
Second place, bred known by Riley Stockdale, Dayton, Pennsylvania. That was SCC 756, High Dollar, 42M. Third place, we're going to Hannah Olson of Arkdale, Wisconsin. Fourth place was exhibited by Riley Hollis. Fifth place went to Coble and Colvin Lewis. Sixth place exhibited by Lacey Talley. Back over to the Angus ring. Results out of Class 3B here in your Bull Show. First place went to back number 4388. That was TXLO. Cuerno Bravo X99, exhibited by Elaine Pellerin of Zachary, Louisiana.
Who's coming over?
Second place in that class, exhibited by Angelo State University, San Angelo, Texas. Now in the ring is Class 4B.
You can't. That's not. I'll give you. I know you a chair yet.
Oh, you're okay. I'm sure we can find another. Yeah, I sent a guy to go get me one.
Sweet. Yeah, come and get with me, Al. I gotta get a chair first.
We'll get it all.
Do you have one or two of these?
We have two.
We'll get the other one going too.
Yeah, we will.
And where is Austin at?
Had to walk around there, so.
Mr. Burke, how are you?
Hey, Austin, how are you?
Good.
I'm glad to be with you. You're going to get me hooked up?
I'm going to get you hooked up.
We're going to hook them both up. I got a guy with me.
I've got them both hooked up already.
Already?
Yep. Which one do you want? One, two, or three?
Does it tell who our judges are?
For you.
This one's for me. You tell me when it's on.
Here in our Angus Bull Show, we have a very high quality class of March bulls here, and I think a pretty elite individual here to lead off. A bull that Phenotypically, he is very striking and very unique up through his front end and how high he ties into his neck from his shoulder. A bull that's got an extra shot of muscle and shape to him. Very good in his undercarriage, the amount of body and rib that he's got, and really good as you get around behind him, the extra muscle and shape and how he carries it down into his rear quarter. We'd like to square him up a little behind. He wants to bow out there at his hocks a little bit. I'd like to change that about him. I think that's an awfully nice bull there to lead the class. Very good calf that comes second as well. Another one he actually has an advantage with his paperwork, but along with that, really super attractive. Got some body and rib. Maybe not as deep in his flank, maybe not as secure when we get him out on the go as the bull that leads off. That's a nice calf that's going to do a great job in the future.
You tell me when we are. Well, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. I'm Tom Burke here at the Cattle Congress, and who have I got with me?
Alex Popwell.
Al, it's good to be with you today, and we've got a great Angus show underway.
Oh,
sorry to be a little late in getting started, but I tell you what, we got here in time, and the Angus show is going to go on. And we're now getting ready. I want to say this. A lot of people don't know that this is being broadcast, so if you're out there, why don't you call a friend and tell them to tune in on Walton Webcasting. Walton Webcasting. Tell them to tune in and listen to the Cattle Congress. They'll really enjoy the day because the excitement has just begun. The excitement has just begun. And the show, and we're on class number 5B. And Al, what do we got in class 5B?
5B, we've got entry number 4402, exhibited by, the name is SCC Stiletto, exhibited by Roxy Shue of Pocahontas, Arkansas, and the breeder, of course, being Travis Furling of Illinois. And then entry number 4404, Wallace Catahoula, 562, exhibited by Samuel James Wallace of Scott City, Missouri.
And I want to say this, the 4402 is sired by Dignity,
yes,
the Indiana-bred Dignity, and the entry 4404 is sired by Fortunate Son, the bull that was bred in Nebraska. So we really got a nice class, and the one was bred by Travis Fruling at Homer, Illinois, and the other one by Samuel James Wallace at Scott City, Missouri. I tell you what, you can feel the Angus excitement in the air, Al. I tell you what, it's upon us. And the judges are sizing up a really nice class. Class number is, we'll call it 5B. 5B. Al, it's a beautiful day here in Oklahoma City.
It's almost too beautiful.
I'd say it's about 60 degrees outside. It's not a lot of wind. It's very pleasant. And we're in the brand new Coliseum, and it's a beautiful place.
March bulls here actually February bulls here in the Angus show, and I think a nice individual to lead off, a bull that has an advantage when we analyze him from a profile. Really super neat up through that front 1/3, and a bull that really ties in good there behind his shoulder and then out of his hip. I like how his tail head sets into him. Okay, if it balances up very nice, he could probably be a smidge deeper in his flank to just kind of make him just a little bit softer. But I do appreciate his typing, kind of like his angles as he comes to the ground. I like the reach when he gets out on the go. Nice calf to win this class. The bull that comes second, another bull, he's got a little bit more body and rib and maybe a little more opened up in the center portion of his body. He doesn't have that same length and extension that we see in our class winner, but he's a good bull, a bull that's going to be a good production piece down the road. We'd like to see him with a little more data to him as well. But a nice pair of bulls here. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations over here in the Angus ring. Results out of the last two classes. Class 4B, first place was exhibited by AM Livestock of Richmond, Kansas. Second place exhibited by Dawson Lee Del Porto. We've then brought in Class 5B. First place was exhibited by Samuel Wallace and CAT Cattle Company. Second place exhibited by Roxy Show. We're now going to welcome in Class 6B before the division. Back over to the Hereford ring before.
In this last class we had, the first place bull was bred by Sam Wallace. He's from down at Scott City, Missouri, and Cattle Company in Fair Grove, Missouri. Of course, Sam Wallace was the breeder. He's sired by Stag Fortunate Son 233, a bull that was bred out in the state of Nebraska.
Yes.
In our second place bull, exhibited by Roxy Shue of Pocahontas, Arkansas, a bull bred by Travis Fruling at Homer, Illinois, sired by BNWZ Dignity, the Indiana bred bull. We're now moving on to class number 6B. And what do we got, Al?
6B, we have 4 entries if they all showed up. Actually, one of them is going to be a scratch. We have, they're all here. They're all here. We have entry number 4406 exhibited by, the name of the bull is Har Kingsman 501, sired by Blacklist 7077, exhibited by Thomas Edward Hewells of Hannibal, Missouri.
And he's out of that famous Lucy cow.
Absolutely.
The original came from the Thomas Angus Ranch out at Baker City, Oregon, when the Ward family in Missouri and PVF in Illinois bought that female. She went on to be grand champion at the Missouri State Fair and started that Lucy family. Next, Al?
Then we have entry number 4407. This is All on Black 503, exhibited by Olivia Wortham of Forney, Texas.
You know, sired by the Carrot. We know we love the Carrot. He always comes through for you.
Always.
And the good news, when the Lord calls him, guess what's going to happen to him? He's going to be mounted and come to the American Angus Hall of Fame.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah,
yes.
so we're pretty excited about that, but we're in no hurry for his arrival.
Exactly. Entry number 4408. This is our good friend Tim McCulley from back home in Cynthiana, Kentucky. 4408 McCulley Storm Rider 3N, sired by Keneally Emerald, and of course owned and exhibited by Tim and Adam McCulley of Cynthiana, Kentucky.
You know, Keneally Emerald coming from the Keneally herd out in Whitman, Nebraska. Really a great source for Angus seed stock, and not very often do you see a show animal sired by Keneally bull because they're pretty performance orientated.
Unless they're in a PGS show.
Yeah, that's true.
And then the final entry that we have is entry number 4410. That is SSF Sanctuary 1175, exhibited by Piper McKinley Cates of Modoc, Indiana.
You know, you never want to underestimate this Piper Cates. She's always very dangerous in a show ring.
Today I think we have her mother in the show ring.
And she was once a Miss America, you know.
She was.
She was once Miss America, and of course, her heifer is sired by the Carrot. And we're going to be talking about the Carrot all day because he really figures into this show ring very, very prominently. And of course, he's in stud at the stud up in Iowa.
Absolutely.
And he loves visitors. One day I was up looking at him, and he was eating his sausage, and I had lunch with him. Guess what I was munching on? I was munching a bag of M&Ms.
Oh, goodness.
And so we just stood there and kind of looked at each other, and we had a good time. So I always said I had lunch with the Carrot.
Well, that concludes our class of 4 right here. Judge Gerald Buck, of course, is our judge for the 2026 Cattleman's Congress Angus Bull Show that's happening here today. Open Bull Show, that is. Of course, there's not a Junior Bull Show. It's all only open exhibitors. And but anyway, it looks to me like Judge Buck has kind of got his hands full here, don't you?
And he's brought an assistant with him. Did you see that?
Yes, yes.
He has an assistant helping him. And it looks like we got a poll already. We've taken 40 Ward 10, the Sanctuary from Piper Cates. What did I tell you about this Piper Cates? She always spells out the word danger when it comes to the show ring.
But now keep in mind, Tom, let's not be misleading. That is her mother out there in the show ring.
Oh, yeah, I understand. I understand.
That is Miss Courtney.
All right. You know, it's pretty exciting. I can feel the Angus spirit in the air. I don't know what there is about it, but there's just something about this Angus spirit that just grips me. Now, folks out in
class of Angus bulls over here, and I think a pretty special one here to lead off this class, a bull that just kind of checks a lot of the boxes for me and how he's designed and how he's put together. I love the balance that he's got, the extension and the look combined with a really good body and rib shape, extra muscle, extra good as he comes to the ground. I think just a pretty dang good one to lead off this class, no doubt. It gets a little challenging for us, and there's some gives and takes in these next 3. We felt like the best structured bull of the next 3 was going to be the one that comes next. And we appreciate his bone and his foot size. Bull that doesn't have quite the depth of flank, maybe not quite the shape that we have in our class winner, but he is better structured than these bulls that follow him, and I like the extra length that he does have as well. The bull that comes third, he's a little shorter bodied, a little boxier made as well. He gets a little straighter up in his shoulder. Like to set him down in that tail head. And the bull that closes the class from a profile is just a very striking bull, just super attractive up through his front end, has a lot of body and rib, has some muscle and shape. We just felt like he just labors a bit too much off of both ends for us to get him up any higher. Good set, real nice one there on the top end.
Angus ring to finish out our Junior Bull Calf Division Class 6B. First place exhibited by Piper McKinley Cates of Modoc, Indiana, with SSF Sanctuary 1175. Second place in that class exhibited by Thomas Holst of Hannibal, Missouri, with HFF Hare Kingsman 501. Third place was exhibited by Adam McCauley, and fourth place and congratulations go to Olivia Wortham. We're now going to welcome in your first and seconds. Our judges will select their champion and reserve champion Junior Bull Calves.
Our winner in this class was the Carrot Son, and you notice out of a proven queen cow. That was the cow family that was kind of developed by Colonel Tommy Williams out in Illinois, then went off to the DCAP herd, and then Al Krebs out in Nebraska had him for a while, and he sold them to Joe in Kentucky. Joe Davis had them, and then Al Miller and Gary Dameron went down and captured them. So they've been around a long time. They all go back to the Rosemere Queen Mother family that came out of the Rosemere herd over at Maquoketa, Iowa. Our second place bull that came from Thomas Holst at Hannibal, Missouri, was bred by Prairie View, sired by the Blacklist, and out of that great Lucy cow that I talked about earlier.
Yes.
And third place went to, of course, Adam McCauley, your Kentucky friend. Tell us about that.
Oh, well, they're good breeders of show cattle in the Angus breed back home in Kentucky. They're always very competitive. They go to the Kentucky State Fair, New York State Fair, Tennessee. That they're very well known and very well seasoned when it comes to the show ring.
And fourth place went to Olivia Wortham in Forney, Texas, by the Carrot, and out of a cow that came from the Checker Hill herd in Missouri, and from one of their great cow families, the Violets. They're really a good cow family. So now we're getting ready for our Junior Bull Calf Champion, and who we got out here, Hal?
We have entries number 4388, which is, I'm going to have to go back and look.
Okay, that's from Elaine Christopher Pelrin in Louisiana, sired by Mahogany Prime. Of course, he was grand champion at a national junior show. And then the next class winner.
And we have entry number 4397.
Okay.
Which is Hotline 501, exhibited by AM Livestock of Richmond, Kansas.
And sired by the stag Good Times. Did you see that?
I did see that.
And then the next class.
In the next class, we have entry number 44. Let me get back here to my program. 4404, exhibited by Sam Wallace of Stotts City, Missouri.
And sired by the good Nebraska-bred stag Fortunate Son.
Yes. And then rounding off, we have, we just talked about this one, entry number 4410, sired by the Carrot, exhibited by Piper.
We bring our class winners back out for champion in the reserve in this division. I think we've got a nice lineup of bulls, and they make you feel pretty good when you get them back out here and you start studying the quality and how they're designed and their this division. Though it was small, it kind of all fits together, and I think the quality of the bulls rise here to the top. And I think it's a good set of them. I think there's a couple of them that maybe set just a nickel ahead of the others. But I think we've got an extremely good champion, very, very good reserve to come right behind him. We'll go out and get you a champion reserve. If you would, give these breeders a round of applause. This is some high quality here.
and entry number 4410.
We're not on.
Bull Ring Junior Bull Calf Champion coming out of Class 6B, exhibited by Piper Cates. That was SSF Sanctuary 1175.
And now, moving into contention now is the Kingsman from Tom Hulse in Hannibal, Missouri.
Congratulations, your reserve champion division over here in the Angus Bull Show, going to AML Hotline 501, exhibited by AM Livestock of Richmond, Kansas. We'll get the ring cleared to get started with your Senior Bull Calf division. We'll welcome in Class 7B.
Well, I tell you what, we really had a nice division, Al, in there. Of course, our division champion was Sanctuary from Piper Cates by Carrot from that great Proven Queen family. And our reserve division was the Stag Good Times son, AML Hotline 501 from AM Livestock in Richmond, Kansas. You know, they used to live in Tennessee.
They did.
And that family picked up and moved to Kansas. So that's good news for them. Now we're going to move on next to Class 7B. Al, I got a question.
Sir?
You know, we got quite a few people listening. We're going to have a call in. You can call in.
Or text.
Or text. Now, I'm going to give you my phone number so you can call me because we want to hear from you. My phone number is 816-853-2697. So call me and tell me if you're listening or if you can hear the show. And, Al, what's your text?
270-566-8822. You can call or text me if you have something you want to mention. Or we always do birthdays and anniversaries, don't we, Tom?
Yeah, we do.
Somebody has a birthday or anniversary coming up who's at the Congress, or a family member that's back home. We're more than happy to recognize that, aren't we, Tom?
But we want to hear from you. In this Class 7B, we have one entry, Sankey Stetson 450 by the ROV Bull of the Year, the great Silveris Forbes. You know, he's a bull that really did a great job for the Sankeys. He's out of a Hurlbut Evergreen cow that came out of South Dakota. It's owned by Chris and Sherry Sankey at Council Grove, Kansas, and the Cornerstone Ranch in Fort Sumter, New Mexico. Of course, he was bred by the Sankeys in Council Grove, Kansas, and he's by, as I've always called him, the Forbes.
Always.
You know, he was a great ROV Bull of the Year.
We have a single entry bull here, but no doubt a bull that can take on some competition, a bull that you have to appreciate from a side profile, how he balances up and he has some muscle and shape and power when you get around behind him. Really like the extra depth of body that he's got, a bull that's got, he's good on his feet and his legs. Just a really nice individual here. Good single entry. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in Class 7B here in the Angus Bull Show. First place go to Sankey Stetson 450, exhibited by Chris and Sharon Sankey of Council Grove, Kansas, and Cornerstone Ranch Incorporated, Fort Sumner, New Mexico. We're now going to welcome in Class 8B.
Had a really nice winner in that class. The son of Forbes from Chris and Sherry Sankey and the Cornerstone Ranch wins that class out of a cow that came from the Hurlbut family up in Raymond, South Dakota. Now we're going to get ready for Class 8B. Now, we haven't had any calls or texts come in yet. We want to hear from you. So I'm going to keep talking about that till we hear from somebody. We just want to hear if we're coming through loud and clear. And the other thing we want to do, a lot of people don't know that we're broadcasting this, and so they may not know it. So if you'll call some friends and tell them to tune on in, they can. In fact, it's better than being here. You can sit back in that easy chair and just enjoy an Angus show. In this class, we have Class 8B, and who do we have, Al?
We have Class 8B, entry number 4420. That is High Roller 34, exhibited by Preston Tyler Road of Cardlock, Illinois.
You know, he's sired by Dignity out of a Dameron-bred cow.
Very nice class and some challenges, obviously, within them.
Tyler Preston Rohde is a grandson of Dale Rohde, an Angus breeder up in northern Illinois. He has a great country music band. He's one of the great country singers, I think, in America. I call him Mo Rohde after Mo Bandy. Yeah, he's a great entertainer. I think that Mo is one of the I call him Mo Rohde. His real name is Dale, and he's the grandfather of this Preston Rohde from Cardlock, Illinois, that's showing this bull.
Looks very good there. Love her condition. I think that's just
And looks like we have a single entry, doesn't it, Al?
Single entry, then there's another single entry again after in Class 9B. We'll get to that one just in a moment. I think what we're doing right now is Judge Gerald Buck is waiting to get the microphone privileges from the Hereford ring.
Well, that's really bull as a chunk, isn't he? Full of meat and muscle. Look at him. Really carries out over that top, really nice. Got a real Aberdeen head on him, hasn't he?
He'd make a good sculpture.
Oh, he looks really good, and he's a robed high roller, 34 by Dignity, out of the Dameron Burgess 1182 cow from the Dameron Angus herd out in Lexington, Illinois. I'll tell you what, you know, the Angus business, as we said here today, you know, we're celebrating America 250 years this year. Think about it. 250 years since George Washington, Betsy Ross, Nate Hale, all those came together with the pledge to the flag, and all the national anthem.
Thomas Jefferson,
Thomas Jefferson, and Alexander Hamilton. We never want to forget him. And we just want to be real complimentary of the fact that we're 250 years old this year, the United States of America. And man, are we lucky we live here.
And Angus cattle have been in America for 153 years. Is that right?
Yeah, 153 years. They came here in 1873 on May 17th. 1873, they landed in Victoria, Kansas at the Grant Monument. If you've never been to the Grant Monument in Victoria, Kansas, I liken it to Mount Rushmore. It has the same impact and effect on me as Mount Rushmore does. I never forget the first time I took you there, Al, to see it. What was your reaction?
Oh, it was the best thing I ever seen in my life. It was such a spectacular event. Well, I wanted to shoot fireworks.
Yeah,
you
did get pretty stirred up that day. I mean, it was hard to get you calmed down. You were so excited.
Had to come back down to earth.
Yeah, you had to land. But anyway, it's out there at Victoria. It's in western Kansas. When you go down I-70 and you get on western Kansas, you'll see a sign that says Victoria. Slam on the brakes. Get off that exit and go down about 3 miles. You'll go by the Catholic Church, the Cathedral of the Plains, which may be the most beautiful Catholic church in the world. It's just amazing in Victoria, Kansas. And, of course, it's a basilica as well, and it's a very, very special place of worship.
Tom, we were talking about the weather here in Oklahoma City. It's currently about 60 degrees and sunshine, and it feels like an early spring day. It really feels good.
Yeah, it's delightful. It is absolutely delightful. And the judges are being very patient as they're waiting to talk about this nice young bull we have in the ring, a high roller. Why don't we bring up his pedigree, Al? Let's just do that while we got a minute.
Well, hold on. The minute's about to be over with.
Okay.
Just a second.
You know, I haven't been feeling well, Al.
Why is that?
I'm suffering from Angus fever.
Oh, it's.
And the only cure for Angus fever is an Angus auction. Yeah.
I apologize to the young man here. We kind of got on the wrong side of the microphone there for a second, but has single entry bull that's very good. And we were excited when we saw him come in. I think a bull that just really super complete. He's got a great look to him, but man, is he stout and opened up in the center portion of his body, really good as he gets out and goes around the ring. We've had him here for a minute, and he's holding it together good, but there's a lot of good quality, a lot of product in this bull. He'll be a fun one to see back.
Well, congratulations back over in the Angus ring. Results out of Class 8B. First place exhibited by Preston Road of Carlock, Illinois, with Road High Roller 34.
I think we're back now. Al, I bet Preston's grandfather, Mo, Dale Rohde, is listening out in Illinois today. And remember, he's one of the best country music singers in the world.
You think he's listening to us?
Oh, I bet he is. I bet he's listening today. I'm going to bet he is, because he's a real Angus enthusiast. We're getting ready now for class number 9B, and who we got, Al?
We have entry number 4425, MC Encore 4115, sired by MC Encore 463, exhibited by Haley Grace Walker of Potts Camp, Mississippi.
You know, Haley Grace got this a bull from the McCall family in Greenville, Virginia, and I noticed the dam is the MC Black Cap 8063. And the 8063 cows has produced all those great bulls and is descended that they've had over the years. So really a bull with a great pedigree, sired by the Encore. He was born on September 20th of 2024, and he is a powerful, powerful rascal. He looks.
Hey, Tom, I just got a text message here. This is from Miss Loretta Davis from Shelbyville, Tennessee, the bride of Mark Davis.
Yes.
She said that she wanted to let you know that her and Allison slammed on the brakes to stop in Victoria, Kansas, and visit the monument on their way to the NCBA for Allison's intern.
Oh, so, happy days, happy days.
Said it was a good monumental visit. Yes.
Yeah, and what did I say? You'll get the same feeling that you get when you go to Mount Rushmore.
That's right.
in South Dakota.
That's true.
Or if you go to the White House or the nation's capital, it has the same effect on you. And we got another. What do we?
This is no, we're doing a division here now. I think.
Did we do Class 9B?
Okay, we're in 9B. There's actually there's one missing. Okay, we're in 9B. This is there's one missing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know?
I don't have any information.
Pair of September yearling bulls here, and young man's bull's going to win the class. And we were talking about him when he kind of just eases around the ring, and you be honest with you think he gets a little bit plain. And the young man, when he gets him parked and pulls his head up out of him, he's got some show bull to him. He's got some length and extension to his front end. Really appreciate the amount of body and mass that he does have. Has some power down his top line as well. Very impressive. We get him when we look at his numbers and the paperwork he comes with him. I think a bull, it's just an awesome breeding piece. Young man's doing a good job with him as well. Congratulations to you. The bull that comes second, another super attractive bull. This one here is really, he's as long-necked and good-looking as any of them that we've had come in here. We just like to see him a little deeper in his flank, maybe just a shot more muscle and power when you get around behind him. But he is a quality bull with a super look to him.
Congratulations in Class 9B here in the Angus Ring. First place exhibited by Kipton Thumo of Ravenwood, Missouri with TA Bonafide 44. Second place in that class will go to Haley Walker of Potts Camp, Mississippi. We're now going to bring in those first and seconds. We'll select a champion reserve senior bull calves.
I'm glad Loretta Davis checked in with us. You know, she was a real show mother. Their daughter was really a great.
Well, you know, Tom, the thing about Loretta, she raised two of the finest junior exhibitors that have ever lived. One of them, she was married to her husband, Mark, which he's the oldest living junior.
He could be the oldest. Well, now don't forget Gary Dameron. He has to fall in there somewhere.
Old Gary's too grumpy to be a junior.
Okay.
But Allison, their daughter Allison, she is, hello, old buddy. She is definitely one of the best juniors that's ever took the hold of a halter, wouldn't you say, Tom?
Yep, and you're very good. Now, we had the Thummels won the last class. They were not in the program. They live up in northwest Missouri. And, of course, second went to Harry to the Walkers. Now, our candidates are followed in this class. Who's first from 7B?
Okay, from Class 7B, we are going to have entry number 4415. That is Sankey's Stetson, 450, sired by Silveris Forbes, 8088.
And he was the, remember, he was the ROV Bull of the Year and out of a cow. This bull's out of a cow from the Hurlbut herd in Raymond, South Dakota.
Yes. And then we have entry number 4420. That is the high roller, sired by Dignity, exhibited by Tyler Preston Road of Carlock, Illinois. And then, of course, what we just placed was what you just named off on the first place.
Tipton Thummel,
yes.
And the 9B shown by the, from Class B, 4420, is sired by Dignity. And do we have the pedigree on the bull that wasn't in the book? We do not have a pedigree on him. So I'm sorry we don't have that, but we've got three bulls competing now for this award from the Sankeys in Cornerstone. from Preston Rohde in Carlock, Illinois, and from Haley Grace Walker in from Tipton Thummel in northwest Missouri. We have, boy, Tipton's doing a good job showing his bull, isn't he?
Definitely some decisions to make when you go down the line, because I think there's some variation in the type and kind. Some are a little more impressive here on paper than others, but I think that we've got a lot of quality, and we led off this division with single entries here, so we led off this this division with a really nice bull, a bull that's super attractive. He's got some body and rib to him. He's maybe not as nice right behind his shoulder. There's another bull or two out here. If we're going to pick on him, that's where I'd change him. Maybe set his leg to the ground just with a little bit more authority, which I know it's probably nice to go that way instead of the other, but a good bull there wins that first one. About this one that comes out of the second class, just a complete one, and one that's extremely massive. When you get behind him and up on his top line, he's maybe not quite as smooth and tidy there in his shoulder as a couple of the bulls, but look at the behind. When you get behind him, I mean, he is packed full of meat and muscle and power. I think this bull's super, super nice. Young man's bull that just won our last class, we just talked about. Man, he becomes a different creature when he jerks his head up out of him. He just keeps growing on us. The more that we talk about him, the more impressive he is with his numbers and how everything stacks up. He really becomes into play here when a young man gets him all gathered up. So I think this is a good trio. I think it's going to be a good pair of bulls that come out of this division. We're going to talk about it one more time. We'll go get you a couple of champions. Let's give them a round of applause, please.
And we're going to get a champion now. And I did get the information on that bull. The other bull is from Tipton Thummel. Boy, he's done a good job of showing him, hasn't he? He's TA Bonafide. He's by Conley. He's by Conley Verified. And his dam is TZ Emulous Blackbird. And he really looks good. And
our division entry goes to entry number 4420, High Roller 34, sired by Dignity, exhibited by Preston Road of Carlock, Illinois.
I bet Dale Rohde's dancing in the streets, having this champion. Happy days, Dale. Division and reserve division. And the reserve division champion is Tipton Thummel. Didn't he do a good job showing him a little tyke like that?
He sure did.
Showing a big bull like that on TA.
And he was the added entry, right?
Yeah, he was the added entry. TA Bonafide 44, sired by Conley Verified. The bull was bred up in the late Bill Conley's herd in Donna, up in Clarksdale, Missouri. The dam is at TZ Envious Blackbird 1004, was your reserve of that division. Thank you. Now we're going to go to Class 10B, and who we got, Al?
We have a single entry that is entry number 4430, WG Blue Moon M90, sired by EXAR Blue Chip 1877B, and that is exhibited by Will Wright of Fayetteville, Tennessee.
And you know, he's sired by Blue Chip, and that's the bull that Kyle Conley made famous. Of course, he was grand champion at the Texas State Fair. He is sired by Line Drive. And this bull's out of a McKellar cow that came out of East Texas. The McKellar herd, shown by Will Wright and the Good Cattle Company at Dora, Missouri, and HH Livestock in Pulaski, Tennessee. And the bull was bred by Wilson Good Cattle Company in Dora, Missouri. So he comes right from Chad Wilson down in, in fact, Chad is showing the bull. The WG Blue Moon M90, the son of Blue Chip from the good, bred by the Wilson Good Cattle Company, Dora, Missouri, and shown by Will Wright, Good Cattle Company, and HH Livestock.
And he's also going to be your automatic intermediate division.
Hey, he's going to be a division champion, I tell you what. He's got a nice EPDs, 106 on his yearling, 204 on his daughter C, and he was born on May 1 of 2024. So congratulations to Chad Wilson. It's good to see him out. And we really appreciate that he's back out with us and living a good life. And again, I congratulate him. He's been a longtime friend, He's a special person. He means a lot to me, and I'm just honored that he's here today.
Sure.
I was a good friend of his father, Bill Wilson, who was over at Cloverdale, Indiana, past president of the American Angus Association, and a great guy.
We also want to pay a little recognition to Miss America Angus, who's here with us today, Tom, from Montana, Miss Claire Mernon.
Yeah, I tell you what, it's good to have her. First time a girl from Montana in over 50 years has ever been Miss America from the state of Montana.
Congratulations to her. I know she'll do very good at her job.
And now we're still waiting for these calls to come in. You better tell them how they can get you, Al.
If you want to reach out to me, Alex Popwell, my cell phone number is 270-566-8822. Reach out to me with a phone call or a text message, either one. We want to hear from you. And again, we love honoring birthdays and anniversaries.
We have a single entry here in our Angus Bull Show, and he's an automatic division champion as well. He is a very high-quality bull, and he's a bull that no doubt can take on some competition. He is one that's really deep and stout, really impressive. When you get up on him, the amount of width and dimension that he has comes out of his hip, how he carries that mass down his top. He's almost, in my mind, he's just a little bit full, and it kind of tightens him up just a little bit when we get him out on the go. But that's an extremely massive one. We just like to loosen him up, get him out going a little better out of his shoulder and his front end. That's a powerful individual. Congratulations.
Oh, I was talking about, if you want to call Tom Burke, you can do that at 816-853-2697. We'd love to hear from you. We're now going to get ready for our next division here.
Preston Modi, Carlock, Illinois, and reserve champion exhibited by Kipton Thummel. We then brought in Class 10B. Class was Will Wright and Good Cattle Company, as well as HH Livestock.
All right, now we're getting ready for Class 11B, and who we got, Al?
Class 11B, we have entry number 4431. That is Nowatzki Consultant 46, sired by Stag Good Times, and exhibited by Lana Smith of Boulder, Colorado, Barry Nowatzki of Michigan City, Indiana, and David Smith also of Boulder, Colorado.
You know, David Smith is always, you can always count him on having a good one when he shows. And sired by the great Good Times. Of course, he'd be a nephew of the late Quentin Smith, who was a very good Angus breeder down in Lebanon, Tennessee. And next?
And then also we have entry number 4432. That is EGF Devo 4104, sired by Blacklist 7077, exhibited by Chris
Wojciechowski. Chris Wojciechowski, also known as Wojo.
Chris Wojo of Middlebrook, Virginia, Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri, and Madison Taylor of Appomattox, Virginia.
Oh, we've got another really good class. We've got the April class. And, of course, you know, Good Times. Bull, again, was bred in Nebraska.
Yes. You know, those two bulls are very noteworthy to be in.
And by the Stagmar family. They're really a good Angus family. I would have done a sale for their granddad. He lived in Page, Nebraska. Page, Nebraska. And he was a real pioneer Angus guy, and he's still going strong. I went out to visit him a couple of years ago, and what a great guy their grandfather is. And, of course, Lana Smith, Barry Nowatzki, and David Smith. And then our other bull, Devo, is sired by the Blacklist. Did you see that Proven Queen cow family again? Chris Wojciechowski in Middlebrook, Virginia. Good Cattle Company, Dora, Missouri, and Madison Taylor. And the bull was bred by Stratton in Appomattox, Virginia. That's Madison Taylor Stratton in Appomattox, Virginia. We're still waiting for those calls.
Well, we're a very nice pair of April bulls here, and we're going to lead off with the bull here in front of me. A bull that we really appreciate him, especially when he's sitting on a profile, how well he balances up, how he ties together. I think his advantage over our bull in second is how smooth he is up through his front end. I think the way he sits back in his knee, he's much more comfortable out of his front end. I would like to see the bull reach and go with just a little freer and easier clear off the rear too and probably give him a shot more bone. But I think he's the complete one. I love the look that he's got, like the extra body and power, and a bull that reads extremely well on paper in this class as well. Nice bull there to win this class. The bull that comes second, man, you can't deny he's the one that's got the big hip and the big bone and power to him. He just gets a bit straighter up in his shoulder, a little straighter in his knee, maybe not quite as comfortable when we get him out on the go. That's a heck of a bull. Man, there's a lot of power and muscle in that one.
Well, congratulations back over in the Hereford ring. Virginia, bred by Kirby Day Sims with KLD, HAW, Mercedes Reserve champion, and congratulations. Bruce Collier, Bruno, Idaho with GS Kelly, M22ET. Now entering Hereford ring is class 29. These are Cold Junior yearling females.
Now, over here in the Angus show, we
number 4431. That was DSBNWZ Consultant 46, exhibited and owned by Lana Smith of Boulder, Colorado, Barry Nowatzki, Michigan City, Indiana, and David Smith of Boulder, Colorado. Second place in that class went to EGF Devo 4104, exhibited by Chris Wojciechowski of Middlebrook, Virginia, Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri, and Madison Taylor Stratton.
Getting ready now for class 12B, and it's a civil war. We got three brothers by the carrot. Let's hear who they are.
Entry number 4433, that is Solid Gold MO66, exhibited by, sired by the Carrot, of course, exhibited by Cross Creek Farms of Brumfield, Illinois, and Circle M Farms of Rockwall, Texas. Entry number 4434, 24K King of Style, again sired by the Carrot, exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri. Entry number 4435, that is Horseman Don 1, 2M, exhibited by, again sired by the Carrot, exhibited by Larry and Joe Horseman of West Lafayette, Indiana. And then we have rounding out the class entry number 4436, BCR McLovin 302M, sired by PVF Marvel, and he is owned and exhibited by Lane Christopher Parolin of Zachary, Louisiana.
You know, Al, this is really a powerful class. Again, this is all the March bulls. And as I said earlier, we have three brothers by the Carrot and one sired by the PVF Marvel.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely.
So it's really a nice class. The lot 4433, Solid Gold from Cross Creek at Brimfield and Circle M, is out of a Brandy Maid cow. The 34, the King of Style, is out of a Sandy Dam. And the Horseman Bull is out of one of their Empress cows that came right here from Oklahoma State University by way of the Knops up in Iowa. The Fred Knopp, he was a famous Angus breeder up in Ida Grove, Iowa. Kind of got that family going. And then the Lane Christopher is from the Miss Wicks family. So really a power packed again.
Yes, absolutely. And Tom, this just goes to show you how powerful that 24 carat can be, even in the bull section of things whenever it comes to the show ring, isn't it?
Wait tomorrow when we get in there. When we get in those heifers, I tell you what now, he can really stamp those daughters, especially when it comes to show.
Good set of these March bulls, and I think we got an individual that leads off the class that does so with some authority, and in our opinion, just kind of puts it all together. Really a nice looking bull that's got some body and rib. He's really true and square down his top line. I love how his hip and his tail head sets into him. Really appreciate him when he gets out on the go, a bull that sets everything down square and go. And he excels the class when we get him on paper as well. So it kind of all a nice combination, a very nice class winner here. We come next, the bull that comes second, super attractive. Man, this dude's long. He's really long-necked and long-fronted. Really, he too stays awfully good in his top line, has some body and rib. Maybe not quite the lower quarter that we see in our class winner, and we'd like to see that bull reach out with a little more flex and give off his rear too. It was pretty close between these two that closed the class. We felt like there was more product and more quality in this bull that comes third. Really a deep-sided bull. He's kind of deceiving. You get up on him, he's got a lot more muscle and shape to him than what he appears from a side profile. This is a nice calf, just a little boxier, maybe not quite the length and extension of those calves that go ahead of him. The bull that closes class, another one. I was telling Garrett, he's just a very typey built bull, just super attractive in his front end, really square out of his hip, just not near as much bull there. We just didn't have as much product to offer, but he is a nice looking one that has some quality to go with it. But really good set. A nice top end here. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in the Angus ring. Results out of Class 12B. First place will go to back number 4433. CMFM Solid Gold M066. Exhibited and owned by Cross Creek Farms of Brimfield, Illinois, and Circle M Farms, Rockwell, Texas. Second place will go to back number 4435. That's Hortzman's Don Juan 442M, exhibited by Larry and Joe Hortzman, West Lafayette, Indiana. Chesney Steenhook of Prairie City, Iowa, and Langford Cattle Company of Breckenridge, Texas. Third place in that class exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company. Fourth place went to Lane Pellerin. We're now going to welcome in those first and seconds, select the Champion Reserve Junior Yearling.
Al, the class was a sweep for the carrot.
Yes, it was.
It was a sweep for the carrot. 1, 2, and 3. What did I call it originally? A Civil War.
Civil War, yes.
A Civil War. Now we're getting ready for a championship. And our candidates are?
Candidates are entry number 4431, which is coming out of Class 11B. That is Nowatzki Consultant 46, sired by Stag Good Times, an own son of the Carrot, and he is exhibited by Barry Nowatzki of Michigan City, Indiana, as well as Lana Smith of Boulder, Colorado.
And David Smith.
And then we have coming out of Class 12B, entry number 4433, which is CMFM Solid Gold MO66, sired by 24 Carat, an own son of the Good Times, and he is exhibited by Cross Creek Farms of Brimfield, Illinois, and Circle M Farms of Rockwall, Texas.
As I say, God bless the Carrot.
God bless the Carrot.
All right. Now, our second place winners from class number 11 was EGF Devo 4104, sired by Blacklist, from Chris Wojciechowski in Virginia, Wilson Good in Dora, Missouri, and Madison Taylor in Appomattox, Virginia.
Vision out here, and I think we've got four very high-quality bulls out here. We started off that first class with a bull that we thought just put it all together. We appreciate the extra length that he does have, amount of body and rib that he's got. A bull that's got some muscle and power. As we said in class, we'd like to see him reach and go a little freer and easier off those rear two, but we felt like it's a bull a combination bull that put a lot of good together. The bull that comes in our second class, another bull that just super attractive. He's so neat and smooth up through his front end. He reads on paper of a Kevin E. sire as well. If you guys are like me this time of year, that really starts getting pretty important too. So just a really a nice built bull that's so unique in how he ties together in that front end. I love his hip and his hind leg. I like how he gets out and goes around the ring. He doesn't have the length and the extension maybe of the bull that's come out of that first class, but I think a bull that really balances up and ties it all together awful well. We're going to talk about it one more time. We're going to get you a couple of nice champions here in just a second, but very, very good set of bulls, all four of them.
And we're going to have a junior champion, a junior champion bull. And the judges are hashing it over. You can see they're in deep discussion.
And and your division winner is going to be entry number 4433. That is solid gold M066, exhibited by Circle M Farms and Cross Creek Farms of Rockwall, Texas, and Brimfield, Illinois.
And sired by the Carrot. And the reserve, we're getting now ready for the reserve. Moving into contention now was entry number 44. Check that number. Moving in, it was 44-35. The Horseman Don Juan 442M by the Carrot out of the Empress Cow from the Horsemans in Indiana.
He just picked a reserve, Tom, Barry Nowatzki.
Mr. Nowatzki wins, and he wins with entry number 44-31. The son of Stag Good Times. The Consultant is his name. Consultant number 46.
Yep.
What a nice division. We're now going to get ready to move into the Class 13B, Class number 13B. And we're still waiting for these calls to come in. So if you're out there and you're listening, we want to hear from you. We do want to hear from you. It's 2:40 here in Oklahoma City right now.
And now we have a single entry coming in, Tom. This is going into class number 13B. This is entry number 4440, sired by Riverstone Vegas, owned by Sidney Sanders of Leesburg, Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company of Abilene, Kansas, and Birdwell Genetics of Ames, Oklahoma.
And he weighs 2,357 pounds.
Tom, isn't that one of the best Riverstone Vegas sired calves you've ever seen in your life?
He is an impressive.
He is a stud.
He's out of a Phyllis cow, that family that was started by Champion Hill.
Yes.
Out in Bidwell, Ohio. When they bought a herd out in Pennsylvania, they got that foundation cow that they're called the Phyllises, and they really have dominated the show ring consistently.
They certainly have. They certainly have. And I tell you what, I'm just, the more I look at this one, Tom, the more I love him. He's long, he's lengthy, he's clean up through the front end, he's deep. That is the picture-perfect stanza of
Let's pull up his pedigree, will you, Al?
Yeah, we'll try to get it.
Let's just look at it. He's owned by
if I can get service, Tom.
Sidney Sanders in Leesburg, Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company in Abilene, Kansas. You know, Abilene's the greyhound capital of the world. And you know who's buried in Abilene, Kansas? Dwight and Mamie Eisenhower.
Yes,
if you ever go there, go to the Eisenhower library. It's worth going to, and Birdwell Genetics in Ames, Oklahoma. Sanders Impulse 35M, sired by the Vegas out of a Phyllis cow.
Tom, right here he is.
Okay, let's just take a look at this. Of course, this bullet's in the ring right now is by Vegas. Vegas is by Casino. He's the Krebs Ranch bull, sired by Blackjack. And, of course, Vegas is out of a Charlotte daughter. And the bull in the ring is out of a daughter of Silvera Style, back to Hot Rod. The second dam is by Dameron First Class. And as I said, he's a Phyllis, right back to that Champion Hill family out of Bidwell, Ohio.
Yes, absolutely.
So remember, Vegas, of course, Vegas was, he's always been he was bred by the Timothy.
Bull here on the Angus show, and a really super attractive kind of a bull, big stout rascal. He puts some weight on the ground here, but a bull that's really neat up there, his front end really extended up in that neck, and how his neck sets there makes him super attractive. A bull that comes out of his hip really nice, good body and rib, like the extra bone and the heaviness of structure he has. He just gets a little bit piecier as we break him apart. Wants to get a little narrower there at the ground, maybe not quite the added dimension that matches that bull for as much width and dimension as he is in the center portion of his body. Nice bull there, very good class winner.
The winner is, of course, Sidney Sanders at Leesburg, Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company, Abilene, Kansas.
First place will go to back number 4440. That was Sanders Impulse, exhibited by Sidney Sanders, Leesburg, Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company, and Bridwell Genetics. Now in the ring will be class 14. Back in the Hereford ring.
You know, Al, Vegas was bred by a breeder in Canada. Let me see your.
Hold on just a second. Okay. And our single entry, class number 14B, this is going to be entry number 4441, Macaulay Kingsman 1L2, and he is sired by Conley Express, owned and exhibited by Adam and Tim Macaulay of Cynthiana, Kentucky.
Some neighbors of yours, Al.
Again, yes, we've already mentioned them once. They're, like I say, they're always dangerous when it comes to the show ring.
You know, Conley Express was bred by Kyle Conley and proved to be a real good bull. Let's bring up this number, if you will, please, Al, the registration number. That's 208-69302.
Here, but a good quality bull, and I like how this bull balances up. I like his frame size and the amount of width and dimension that he brings to us. A bull that's really extended up through that front end. He has some body and depth of flank to him as well. Maybe he could be just set his tail head down in him just a little bit better and kind of square him up there of his hip, but a very nice bull here. Congratulations.
And our winner, of course, was Macaulay Kingsman, 1L2 by the Conley Express, shown by your neighbor, Al.
Adam and Tim Macaulay.
Did you get that pedigree for me?
Right there, Silvera's, or Conley Express.
Conley Express, yeah. And, of course, he is sired by Watch Out. And Watch Out was the champion bull a number of times. And the dam is out of an SAV rain dance back to Charlotte, and the second dam by Colburn Primo. So really an interesting combination of blood.
And now, Tom, we have a supposed to be, let's see, it's supposed to be two in this. We may only have one. This is going to be entry. I missed her back number when she came in.
No, there's only one. Oh yeah, you're right.
We're in class 15B.
15B.
I think this one is going to be, I think this is Valley Oaks. I think class number 15B, a single entry. Entry number 4448, Valley Oaks Fortune, 3165, sired by Silvera's Forbes and exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri.
Let's bring up his pedigree, and of course Forbes was the ROV.
Brings us a really nice bull here, one that hey, he has some style and balance to him. I like the look that he has. A bull that's got some shape and power to him. Really like how he balances up in his undercarriage. A bull that's good as he gets out and goes around the ring. Kind of a good Cavanese bull according to his paperwork, and that's sure with that quality and a Cavanese to go with it. Very useful bull there. Congratulations.
And that will go to, I'm making sure that's right.
That's right, entry 4448.
4448, that is Valley Oaks Fortune, 3165, sired by Silvera's Forbes, 8088, and that is exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri.
You know, I notice he's out of a Frontier Gal. That's the family that Ernie Wallace made famous. It goes back to that Denver champion. That foundation cow he had that was sired by BR New Frontier 095. And he went, let's bring up that pedigree, will you please? We're going to bring in now class 16B. And who do we have, Al?
Hang on just a second, Tom. I think we skipped something here.
Oh, you do?
We did. Yeah, that, this is, okay, wait a minute. This is class number 15B. I think we got ahead of ourselves. Maybe there, well, I guess there was an added entry. But anyway, this is class number 15B. We've already said 4448. And then class number, let's see here. This is entry number 4449. I think that's right.
So we did get ahead of ourselves.
We did. 4449. That is PNNY Lead Ace 3070. Sired by Conley Lead the Way and exhibited by Black Label LLC of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Yeah, this is it. This is class number 15B. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we got a Conley Lead the Way and a Silvera's Forbes.
Yes, I think we had a class entered in there that wasn't in the program.
From Black Label at Stillwater, Oklahoma, and from Epperson Cattle Company in Laredo, Missouri. Let's bring up the pedigree on this Valley Oaks Fortune.
This young man with the gray cap and the young man with the black cap, and I think both of them cattle are very similar.
We'll have to be patient, Tom, because that takes a little time to load on my phone.
Okay, we're still waiting for calls to come in.
Yes.
We missed a couple. We were busy when they came in, so try us back again. Try us back again. Don't get discouraged. I got a question for you, Al.
What's that, Thomas?
What do you think you'd be doing today if Angus cattle never came into your life? I want everybody to think about that. What would you be doing today if Angus cattle never came into your life?
To be honest, I guess I'd have Herefords.
Oh my God!
Well, you asked. I'm just.
I'm
answering
not
your
going to ask any more. I tell you what, I'm not going to ask any more. I got another question.
Okay, what's that?
Here in our Angus show, and the bull we're going to lead off with a bull that I think he puts it all together. Once he gets him set there, a bull that's got an attractive look to him. He's got some muscle and power. He's a little shorter bodied, a little boxier built, but I think he's got so much good to him with that extra dimension and muscle he does have. Nice calf here to lead off. The bull that comes second, he has an advantage when we talk about performance and length. We talk about the extension that he does have. He gets a little straighter up in his front end, maybe a little straighter about the shoulder. Would like to see him a little stronger right there behind his shoulder, down his top line. Maybe just like to see that one testicle drop just a little better and square that up. But a nice bull, a good pair. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations over in the Angus ring. Results out of Class 16B. First place exhibited by back number 4448. That was Valley Oaks Fortune. 3165 exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri. Second place in that class will go to Black Label LLC of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now entering the ring will be your final class of Angus bulls today. This is Class 17 before we go into division.
In our last class, the winner was?
The winner was entry number 4448, Valley Oaks Fortunate, exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri. And second was entry number 4449, Lead Ace 37, exhibited by Black Label Cattle Company, LLC of Stillwater, Oklahoma. Now showing class number, easy. Now showing class number 16B, that is entry number 4452, HB Exception 3012, exhibited by Horsley Brothers of Gavella, Illinois, Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri, and Horsley Brothers of Gavella, Illinois.
Let's look at the pedigree on our last class winner, Al. And he was Valley Oaks Fortune 3165. He was sired by the ROV
bull here, and a good individual, one that really checks a lot of boxes when you talk about quality. You have to appreciate the extra mass and power that this bull brings to you, combined with an really nice look and good pattern and design. He balances up extremely well from a side profile. I like how he ties together down his top line and keeps that thickness all the way out into his rear quarter. We'd like to see him move just a little bit different off those rear two. He wants to get a little wide when he moves away from you. But, man, you're talking about a big, stout rascal. He's a good bull. Congratulations.
Well, congratulations in the Angus ring. Results out of our last class of bulls. First place exhibited by Horsley Bros and Good Cattle Company with HB Expectation 3012. We're now going to welcome in those first and seconds. We'll select the champion reserve in the final division.
In class number 15B, the Valley Oaks Fortune 3165 from Epperson Cattle Company in Laredo, Missouri. He was sired by Silvera Forbes, and of course he was a Silvera Styles son back to Hot Rod. And the bull's dam was by Stevenson Turning Point, came from the Stevenson herd in Montana. And then, of course, going back to the Brad Hillard up in northeast Missouri, the Frontier Gals that he got from Ernie Wallace down in southwest Missouri, going back to the Denver champion. The Frontier Gals was sired by BR New Frontier 095. Now we got our class winners out here. Alan, who have we got?
We have, let me go back here. We have, all right, starting off, we will have entry number 44 in this division. We'll have entry number 4440, Sanders Impulse 35M, exhibited by Sidney Sanders of Leesburg, Ohio, and Rosebud Cattle Company of Abilene, Kansas.
He's the Vegas son.
And Birdwell Genetics of Ames, Oklahoma. Then we have coming out of class number 14B, entry number 4441, and Macaulay Kingsman 1L2, sired by Conley Express, exhibited by Adam and Tim McCulley of Cynthiana, Kentucky. Then we have coming out of class number 15B, 4448, entry number Valley Oaks Fortunate 3165, exhibited by Epperson Cattle Company of Laredo, Missouri. And then we also have the mysterious bull out here, entry number 4444, that I know absolutely nothing about. And then we have, rounding out that division, entry number 16B was also a single entry. Class number 16B, entry number 4452, HB Expectation.
Division, and it's full, as you can tell, we were full of single entries in this division, but you sure can't tell it by looking at this class 1 and lineup. It's bulls that are quality, they're bulls that are useful, they're bulls that are going to impact breeding programs. You just put them in the program where they fit for you, and I think there's a lot of tools out here to use in different breeding programs across the country. We've got a pair of bulls that kind of stand out to us in this division. We're going to go out and select those champions, and you give these breeders a round of applause bringing these big bulls. They're a lot of work to put together and bring to town. Give them a round of applause, please.
Our judges are now conferring. It looks like they're in deep discussion as to what they're going to do here. They're still smiling, though. They're still smiling at each other.
Good to see Casey Gents here with us
Casey,
today.
how are you? Good. Now they're hashing it over more. It looks like there might be a little
discrepancy of thought and opinion.
Could be. Maybe they like them all.
Well, you know, Tom, to be bluntly honest, there's not a bad bull out there.
You know, the bull show today has been extremely good. I mean, they have been really, really nice bulls.
Well, as we draw an end here in our Hereford show.
Of course, you'd expect them to be. They're Angus.
Sure you would. Sure
you would expect them to be. And what did I say the cure for Angus fever is?
I forget what you
an
told
auction
me.
sale.
Yeah.
An auction sale. That's the cure. An Angus auction, that is. Okay, we're on patrol to get a champion here. The judges are on patrol. On patrol.
How many more people it's taken to do this than when we first kind of started doing some of these things. And, you know, and I really call.
Don't forget, tomorrow we'll be doing the Junior Heifer Show.
Yes.
8 o'clock in the morning.
8 o'clock in the morning.
So
yes,
be
sir.
sure and tune in. 8 o'clock. We'll be calling the roll.
You know, in my opinion, it's a tremendous honor.
They're taking another look.
Anything that you do, but the bigger honor.
Oh, another conference, Al. Another conference.
And being able to say no if you need to.
This would be a hard class to pick 1 through 5
I think
at the
I
bottom
think
and
we've
top,
got.
wouldn't it?
Maybe it'll be a tie. Maybe it'll be a tie. Do you suppose? You never know.
In my opinion, this is what we're doing. We're building kids, and there's a lot of work and a lot of effort that goes
Okay, it looks like maybe the.
into in the families.
All right.
Here we go.
Have we got a winner?
Yes, we do.
Bring up his pedigree.
Entry number
will you, please?
44. That is going to go to entry number 4452. That is HB Expectation 3012, and he is sired by More Expectation 838, exhibited by Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri, and Horsley Brothers of Galva, Illinois.
The Horsley brothers at Galva, Illinois, were the breeder of the bull, and he is the division champion.
And reserve, who did
That lady
reserve
right
go
up the
to?
won the first class. Sanders Impulse.
Oh yes, that was the Vegas son. Yeah,
That was the Vegas son.
And that was entry number 4440, and again, he was sired by Riverstone Vegas, and he was owned and exhibited by Sidney A. Sanders of Leesburg, Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company of Abilene, Kansas, and Birdwell Genetics of Ames, Oklahoma.
And who did I say was buried in Abilene, Kansas?
President Dwight D. Eisenhower.
And his wife, Mamie. And he was an Angus breeder
Yes,
at Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, called Eisenhower Angus. And he showed 2 international first prize bulls.
Yes.
Let's
yes.
look at this pedigree right here.
Well, Tom, here's the thing. My battery's running dead.
That phone never does work worth a darn.
Well, it takes a lot of juice to pull up your internet connection. Anyway, now we're going to be showing for overall grand champion and reserve champion bull.
Man,
and
that's
then,
getting exciting.
Yes, and then after we finish the bull show, we'll be moving into our genotype phenotype female show.
Oh, that'll be good. That'll be good.
Yes, PGS female and bull show. There's bulls and females.
We're gonna have 2. Okay. Well, I'm up for it. I don't know about you, but I sure am up for it.
Tom, we're going to have to go get you a cold rag and put on your forehead. The fever's getting way
It's getting
too.
It's getting.
It's very overwhelming to you. I can already tell. Very overwhelming.
I've got Angus fever. I've got Angus fever.
You know, Tom, I do believe, talking about the PGS show for bulls and females, I will have to say, in my honest opinion, that does serve a good purpose in the show ring nowadays, don't you?
Yeah,
Since
and people
it was
seem to
created.
enjoy it, and it kind of lets everybody be active.
Yes, it does.
And if they want to participate, there's an avenue for participation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm real curious about this. Let's check this out.
All right, hang on just a second.
Okay, we're doing good. We're getting ready for our grand champion bull. And that'd be something very special to have at the Congress, the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion Bull.
Which number are you wanting to look up, Tom?
I wanted to check on 207.
Hold on.
Congratulations to all of you.
All right, tell me.
207-33794. He won Class 16B. These bulls are soon going to be coming.
Right here he is.
Okay, that one bull, that more expectation was, he was by Musgrave Stunner. Stunner was the Musgrave bull by Capitalist back to the SAV final answer. And his dam was back to HB, the Horsley Brothers bull, HB Guyman on the dam side to the HB Guyman. And he was a son of Plainview Luton from the herd up in South Dakota.
And then now, Tom, if you'll hand me my phone back, thank you. We are now showing for the bulls are in the ring, division winners and reserves, I think, as this is. Maybe this is just the division winners.
Yeah, this is we're showing. No, we're showing for grand champion now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And let's hear who we have.
Okay, starting from the top, we have entry number, the first division, we have entry number 4383. That is WG Genesis 6464, sired by Werner Black Diamond 6201, exhibited by, I'm reading the wrong one, I'm sorry. The division winner is entry number 4386, Renegade NO18. And he is sired by Conley Ransom, 1810, and that is exhibited by Wilson Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri.
And he's sired by Conley Ransom.
Yes, and then we go down to the next division, entry number 4410, and that is SSF Sanctuary 1175, exhibited by Piper McKinley Cates of Modoc, Indiana.
And he's the son of the mighty Carrot.
The Carrot. And then we go over here to the Senior Bull Calf Division Champion, entry number 4420. That is if I can find it. That is coming out of Class 8B, High Roller 34, exhibited by Preston Tyler Road of Carlock, Illinois.
That's Tyler Rohde at Carlock, Kentucky.
And then we go down to
Carlock, Illinois. Excuse me.
And then we go down here to the Intermediate Champion Bull coming out of Class 10B. That is entry number 4430, WG Blue Moon M90. That is exhibited by Will Wright of Fayetteville, Tennessee, Wilson Good Cattle Company, Dora, Missouri, HH Livestock, Pulaski, Tennessee.
And sired by the Texas State Fair champion and Conley-owned Blue Chip.
Then we go over here going into the Junior Yearling Bull Division. We have entry number 4433. That is coming out of class number 12B. Circle M Solid Gold MO66, sired by the Carrot. And that is exhibited by Cross Creek Farms of Brenfield, Illinois, and Circle M Farms of Rockwall, Texas.
And the Carrot strikes again.
And then we go to rounding out our divisions. The Senior Yearling Champion Division Bull goes to entry number 4452. And that is coming out of class number 16B. That entry number 4452 again, that is HB Expectation 3012, and that is exhibited by Horsley Brothers of Illinois, Wilson and Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri.
And he is topped out through the Musgrave Stunner, going back to the SAV final answer.
Exactly.
All right. Now, you talk about a deadly lineup of bulls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 bulls. Now, let's just give respect to our reserve divisions, Al.
I'll let you do those, Tom.
Okay, let's do the reserve calf. I didn't write that down.
Okay, the reserve champion calf was entry number 4382.
Okay, 4382 was A1 Animal 509 from Brax Parker Frederick in Stephenville, Texas, sired by the Carrot. And then we move on to the next champion was
entry number 4397.
4397 was 4COW All on Black 503 by the Carrot.
No. The top of the page. AML Hotline 501.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
He was by Good Times from AM Livestock in Richmond, Kansas. Sorry about that, Al.
Oh, that's fine. Then we go to coming out of the reserve champion in the senior bull calf division, entry number 4426. That was the Thummel that you had written down.
Yeah, that was the Thummels from Northwest Missouri.
And then we go to the second place in the junior yearling bull division, entry number 4431.
Okay, and that was DSB NWZ Consultant 46 by the Good Times from Landon Smith, Barry Nowatzki, and David Smith.
And then your reserve division winner in the senior yearling bull division goes to entry number 4440.
And he was Sanders Impulse. He was by Vegas from Sidney Sanders in Ohio, Rosebud Cattle Company in Abilene, Kansas, and Birdwell Genetics in Ames, Oklahoma. And then our reserve division in class number, let's see here, that would be, what do you have for reserve, Al?
In which division?
In the last division. Was that?
We just named that off, a 4440. The senior yearling bull division.
Oh,
reserve.
Sanders Impulse.
Sanders.
Okay, we got
Vegas.
it. Vegas Sun.
Yeah, that's him right there. Yeah.
Now, isn't that a nice set of bulls? This look at the thickness and the meat, and this is one of the good bull shows we've had in the breed.
You know, Tom, I would say that the key word looking at all 12 of these bulls out here in the ring would be uniformity.
They look alike, and you know, I want to report this. According to the United States Department of Agriculture, 85% of all beef cattle in America wear a black hide.
Grand Champion Bull and Angus show, and I think we've got a lot of quality, and there was a lot to talk about, and that's where I really appreciate Garrett and his insight and breaking these cattle down and talking about them. It makes it fun when you got somebody that you can work with, that you respect their opinion, and he's definitely doing that, and I appreciate that part of it. We feel like there's some bulls that really separate themselves from the field when we get back out here. We do think it's a close decision as well, and we think that those bulls that set out, and I'm just going to talk about them. But the bull, the young lady circling here, a bull that's as a young calf is super impressive. We really appreciate this bull and his flexibility, the look that he's got, combined with the extra muscle shape and power and body. Bull that you really appreciate the balance that he does have. He's one that can get out and go. I think he's just got a wonderful future, not only in the show ring, but when you put him in production, that one there, he's going to sire some really neat stuff. The bull directly in front of me here, I think that's a bull that has got some really unique pieces to him as well. Man, he is so massive and so stout when you get behind him, really square out of his hip. I like the extra muscle he carries down into his lower quarter. He's really correct on his feet and legs as well. When he gets out here, he's a little bit more open up in his shoulder, maybe not quite. It's true right behind his blades there, but that's getting picky on one that's awfully good in my opinion. Then we go to a really stout, rugged bull next. Then we move into this bull here in front of me. I think that's another really complete one. Bull that's super neat up through his front 1/3. I like how he lays in his shoulder, like how genuine he is down his top line. He's got muscle and shape and power. He's not the biggest ended one. I think he's got plenty of muscle and plenty of power to him as well. Kind of a cabbage bull that I think's got a lot of future and a lot of useful tools in that bull as well. We like that one a great deal. Then we got a big old stout, powerful bull that this last division that we talked about just was massive from end to end. We'd like to see him get out and go just a little freer and easier. There's also a reserve over on the other side. This one that's been in conversation as well. We love that bull's pattern and love the things that he brings to the table as well. It's just a good lineup. I think it's a great set of Angus bulls. We're going to talk about them one more time. We're going to go get you a champion. I appreciate, I need to say thank you to the association. We're going to talk more when we get a couple of days from now, but I do appreciate the opportunity to be here. It's a humbling experience to get to select the grand champion Angus bull here at the Cattleman's Congress. So we'll get you a champion. Give these breeders a round of applause.
Okay, now we're getting ready for the Grand Champion Bull, and it looks like it's going to be a nail biter. It looks like it's going to be a nail biter.
I still don't think they know themselves which one they're going
to
pick.
Yeah, and you know, the one's shaking his head up and down, and the other's going the other way. By the way, we want to recognize the National Junior Board today. We've got several friends here from North Carolina, in Kentucky, and Michigan. And we have a Grand Champion Bull. A Grand Champion Bull has just been selected.
Here at the Cattleman's Congress, exhibited by Cross Creek Farms Incorporated, Brimfield, Illinois, Circle M Farms, Rockwall, Texas, with CMFM Solid Gold M066.
Our Grand Champion Bull was bred by Circle M Farms at Rockwall, Texas, sired by the Carrot, who's by tradition back to bootlegger. The dam of this champion is by BC Lookout from Bill Conley, back to the Oldie Bull OCC legend. The second dam is by the SAV Providence, bull from the South Angus Valley herd in North Dakota. And then, so he's our Grand Champion Bull, and he's exhibited by Cross Creek Farms, Brimfield, Illinois, and Circle M Farms, Rockwall, Texas, where he was bred. Moving into contention now is the reserve, and we have a winner. We have a winner. And remember what I said about this Piper Cates always being dangerous? Here it is.
Bull exhibited by Piper Cates of Modoc, Indiana, with SSF Sanctuary 1175. Again, congratulations to all of our Angus Bull exhibitors here at the Cattleman's Congress, Oklahoma City.
Our reserve bull is SSF Sanctuary. Again, he is sired by the Carrot. He's out of a proven queen cow. And Al, let's bring up his pedigree if we could, please. He was bred by Piper McKinley Cates in Modoc, Indiana. And he was born on January 17th of 2025. So that means a year ago today he wasn't even here yet. So he is our reserve. So if you'll get him brought up for me, I would appreciate it.
This is the last one I can bring up, Tom.
Okay, that'll be fine.
What's his number?
His number is 213-40056. Now we're going to be bringing the next show here. I'm under, that's probably going to be starting pretty quickly, and we'll be right back with you. And we're going to find out this reserve Grand Champion Bull. Of course, it was sired by the Carrot. Now the Carrot, he came through the Four Corner Farms in Illinois and the Search Spa Cattle Company in Ohio. They kind of shared ownership and breeder rights claim to that bull, those two operations.
It won't load, Tom. I've got bad service in here.
Okay, and of course out of a proven queen cow, we talked about that proven queen family going back to the Rosemere Queen mothers of the late Otto Battles. He was president of the American Angus Association in the 20s. He lived at Maquoketa, Iowa. And then, of course, he started this family, and then it drifted on to Tommy Williams up in Illinois, and then to Dwayne Cruz at Lanark, Illinois, and then it journeyed to Alden Krebs in Nebraska, and then it went to Joe Davis in Kentucky, and then it journeyed to Gary Dameron and Al Prairie View in Illinois. So it's been around a long, long time.
Tom will introduce the next judge that we have today. Our first judge judging the bull show was Gerald Buck, of course, from Oklahoma. And now we have Mr. Chuck Brost from Colorado, who is the general manager at Spruce Mountain Ranch in Larkspur, Colorado, who is judging our phenotype and genotype bull and female show this afternoon.
Okay, well, that sounds pretty exciting. You know that, Al?
It is. Chuck is a true cowboy, wouldn't you say, Tom?
Yes.
He is a true cowboy.
You know, his dad was a great Angus breeder over at Oxford, Indiana, Gary Brost. In fact, he raised Brost Power Drive, who was a many times champion sired by Pine Drive Big Sky.
Yes.
And, you know, the interesting thing about him, he was an Elba, and he went back on the bottom side to a Pathfinder cow called Martin's Elba 116 that was bred by the one-time famous baseball player and manager of the New York Yankees, Billy Martin. Her name was Martin's Elba 116, and she was a Pathfinder cow. What do we got as our first bull here? What do we got here, Al?
Well, I'm trying to figure out how to read this thing. I'm still learning this PGS.
Well,
thing.
no, this is a Four Sons breakup here we got out here, I believe. Yeah, this is Class 1. This is, well, no. This has got to be Class number 1. Oh, this is a May calf. This is Four Sons breakup 2 in 08 from Joe Burgo in Dearborn, Missouri, and Kipton Thummel in Ravenwood, Missouri. Remember I said Kipton, he was doing such a good job of showing?
Yes.
Now
this is a single entry, right?
This
Tom?
is a single entry. He is sired by his sire is Four Sons Breakup, and his dam is the Cox Lady Reserve 1569. Now he's a bull that's 10 on his CED. He's a 2.3 on birth. He's got a yearling of 166, and he's got a $C. Get this, of 374. So he's strong on his marbling and ribeye. He's over 100 on marbling, over 100 on ribeye, and he kind of touches all the boxes.
He does, doesn't he?
He really does. Of course, he's Kentucky bred, coming out of Cynthiana, Kentucky, shown by Joe Burgo in Dearborn, Missouri.
Four Sons, that would be our good friend Ray Apple.
Yep, and
afternoon. It's certainly an honor to be here. Judge, what I just learned is the inaugural Open P&G show in the Angus breed, so it's quite an honor for me. Single entry here and a young calf, just a May, but a calf that's really nice. I really like the way he moves out. He's got a lot of style, a lot of balance. He said he moves out free and easy. Off the EPD standpoint, very balanced in his EPDs, has a good growth, good growth in him, and yet still maintains some calving ease. His $C is very high, marbling, carcass weight, just a good, sound, functional calf that honestly could stand some competition today.
so our winner is Class 1, 4453. He's Four Sons Breakup, 2 in 08. He is sired by Four Sons Breakup, and his dam is Cox Lady Reserve 1569, exhibited by Joe Burgo in Dearborn, Missouri, which is in Platte County, Missouri, and Kevin Taylor Thummel in Ravenwood, Missouri. Kevin's a good little showman, isn't he?
He is.
He is very good. And the breeder was Four Sons Farm in Cynthiana, Kentucky. Now, this bull also won this division. By winning this class, he is the division winner. It would be 44-53. I'm going to write them down this time. Then I don't have to rely on you because I wasn't being very responsible before.
Tom, you're the most responsible person I've ever met in my life.
Well, thank you. Sometimes I'd have to agree with you, Al. Now, we're getting ready now for our next class, class number 2. And who do we have, Al?
Class number 2, we have entry number 4457, and that is Brumfield Doc Holiday, and that is owned and exhibited by Brumfield Angus of Sawyer, Michigan. Then we go to entry number 4458. I'm making sure I'm reading these correctly. Yes, I am. 4458, and that is Sankey's High Velocity. That is owned and exhibited by Chris and Sharon Sankey of Council Grove, Kansas. Entry number 4459, that is CO Bedlam N104, exhibited, sired by EXAR Bedlam, and that is exhibited by Keb Cunningham of Roston, Oklahoma, and bred by Hinton Farms of Coyle, Oklahoma. Entry number 4460, that is GVF Raider, that is sired by Woodhill Endurance, and that is owned and exhibited by Alexandra Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Then we have entry number 4461, that is Boyd Prosperity 5066, sired by Ellingson Prosper, and that is bred and owned both by Boyd Beef Cattle, Charlie and Blake Boyd of Mayslet, Kentucky. Entry number 4462, that is GVF Ranger, sired by GVF Premium Blend, that is owned and bred and owned both by Alexandra Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Entry number 4463, GVF Blue Collar, the sired by Woodhill Comstock, once again bred and owned by Grassy Valley Farms, Lee and Alexandra Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Then we go, that's it. That finishes them out.
Al, I was just looking at this bull from Brumfield Doc Holiday. This bull has they're all pretty much Cabanese bulls as you look down. 4457 is a 0.5, 4458 is a 1.7, 4459 is a -2, and so they're all really strong Cabanese bulls. And then they all have pretty impressive dollar beef, with the highest one in this class being $3.99. It would be the highest one as far as their dollar C. So the judge, what happens here is yesterday or last night, the judge places them on performance.
Yep.
And then he comes out and places them on phenotype. And then a computer does the final placing. Well, that's scary, but that's what happens.
Yes.
To think they were going to let a computer do the final placing, but that's life. And we're going to learn to live with it. But anyway, the judge placed them on all he had was their performance EPDs to go on, and he placed them, and then he's placing them on phenotype, and then the computer is going to grind through it and come up with a final placing. So that's what we're doing right now, and these bulls were all born for the most part in the month of February. They'll be a year old this coming next month in February. So we have bulls from Brimfield Angus at Sawyer, Michigan, Chris and Sherry Sankey in Council Grove, Kansas, Keb Cunningham in Roston, Oklahoma, Alexander Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee, Boyd Beef in Mayslet, Kentucky, Alexander Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee, and Grassy Valley Farm in Greenville, Tennessee. The pedigrees are pretty interesting. The Brumfield bull is sired by Velocity. The Sankey bull is sired by Schiefelbein Top Gun from up at Kimball, Minnesota. The Cunningham bull is sired by EXR Bedlam. The Alexander Duckworth's bull is by Woodhill Endurance. The Boyd bull is sired by Allington Prosper. The Alexander Duckworth's bull is by GVF Premium Blend. And the Grassy Valley bull is sired by Woodhill Comstock. Mm-hmm. Pretty good lineup, huh?
A very good lineup, if I say so myself.
So all that information is right there.
You know, Tom, it takes a guy that's good with numbers to judge a show like this, don't you think, this PGS thing?
Yeah, you'd have to be right on top of your game and understand them from A to Z. But I think Angus breeders understand it pretty well.
I think they do too.
I think they're doing very, very good, and you know, I think it's a great tool as long as you continue to keep looking at them too, like we are here right now. Judge Brose is really studying things over. Has he pulled out one?
You know, I'm not for. Yeah, he has. Yeah, he has.
He pulled out entry number 4461, Boyd Prosperity 5066. He's a 2.7 on birth, 160 on yearling, 399 on his daughter C, so he's quite impressive. And then he's right behind him, he's got 4460. He is from Alexandria,
Duckworth from Greenville, Tennessee. Yes.
Duckworth. He's 1.5 on birth, 138 on yearling, 329 on his daughter C. And then he pulled out.
And then in third also is another Duckworth bull.
Okay, and that was from Grassy Valley. Or no, we got, what number would that be, Al?
Yeah, that's another Grassy Valley bull. That would be entry number 4462.
Okay, that would be he would be a 0.6 on birth, 123 on yearling. He's 359 on his daughter C. Very positive on his carcass and marbling from Alexander Duckworth.
And then we go to entry number 4457.
40, okay.
That's from Brumfields up in Sawyer, Michigan.
He's a 0.5 on birth, 135 on yearling. Ribeye 101.37 and marbling 1.54. So he's right up there with a dollar C of 388 and a dollar M. Let me find that. Of 73. Now, so he's got these lined up.
Having to work pretty hard at it.
I like the feminine urges and the femininity this heifer brings us. I like her feature, her bone size a little bit better, and the depth of her center cord, her rib. I like the way she comes at us and her feature. And
Check 1, 2. Are we still on, Tom?
No.
Yeah, we're talking. Hear that?
Okay.
We can speak if we need to.
All right. Well, anyway, we're getting ready now to. I can hear the computer grinding. I think I hear it. I think I hear it grinding.
Tom, that's about 200 feet away from us.
Yeah, we went back in, had a little more work in this class, but I really, really like the bull that we're going to start off with. The power bull in the class. He's got such a great look to him. A lot of top. You get behind him, he's surely base wide. He shows you a lot of natural thickness and dimension from end to end. A little closer decision between second and third, in my opinion. The bull I'm going to go for was in second. To me, he just more closely follows the bull that we use. I think he's just a little stouter in his kind. Shows you a little more base in him and just got a really nice profile. But again, I do really like this bull in third. Bull, it's presented very nicely. When he moves, I like to see him maybe handle those hind wheels just a little bit better, but a bull that I really like also. And a really nice bull in fourth. A bull that's kind of he's a fault-free, problem-free kind of a bull. A little maybe greener in his condition than a couple of these other bulls. A bull looks to me like he's got a lot of good future to him. I really like his type and his kind. A little bigger frame bull coming out now, maybe just a little flatter in his appearance when you get behind him. Doesn't handle those hind wheels quite as good when you watch him move. And then the last two bulls that are really nice in their types and their kinds, just giving up some power to these other bulls in the class today.
All right, so as we size this up, right now in first place we got Boyd Beef. Second, we've got Alexander Duckworth. Third, we've got Alexander Duckworth. And then in fourth place, we have Brumfield Farms. Fifth is Sankey. Sixth is Grassy Valley. And seventh belongs to Keb Cunningham in Oklahoma. Now we're gonna have the shake-up now.
Now Tom, that was the phenotype placing. Now this is going to be the genotype placing, right?
This is going to be the final placing, right?
Okay, fine.
This is the final placing now. After they've ground the numbers through this computer system. This will be pretty interesting now. All right, now. We're trying to figure out now to see. They're checking them out closely here. They're going. Regional manager Talbert is analyzing, is getting them in the right place. This will be. We're going to hear from Judge Brost again.
So now we have these bulls lined up on how I did them on their EPDs. Calf that we had win the class, it just has a really nice balanced set of EPDs. Super Cavanese, pretty good growth. Teat and udder score, excellent. Claw and angle, excellent. A $131 M, which is incredibly high, and just a $390 C. So it across the board was really, really good, and that's why I placed him first. The second calf excelled in growth and power in the class in terms of it's his yearling and his carcass weight and his $W had just a Scotia birth, and then that's why I ended up using the other calf, just because of the little bit lower birth. The calf that's in third, again, another really nice set of balanced EPDs, a 171 marbling and a $97 M, and it just kind of, to me, slotted right into that place. The one that we had here in fourth, liked the calf really well, had a good set of EPDs. It was a little negative in the scrotal. Heifer preg was just a little light, and that's why I ended up putting that calf into fourth for that. In fifth, a high growth calf, a really good spread. Really good Cavanese, 100 for weaning, 176 for yearling. Its mature height, mature weight was awfully high, and for what we do out raising cattle in Colorado, we don't need to get them too big because of the environment that we run them in. So that was a little high for me, and that's why we put them into there. The next calf had a pretty good set of EPDs, really. Just it got a little bit on the carcass weight. It was one of the smaller carcass weights, and only a 72 for marbling. And the calf rounding out it was Cavanese, but only had a 2 CED. Lower scrotal than a lot of them in the class. Did have a really nice teat and udder score, and not that it matters maybe for a lot of people, but his pap was really, really high, and for us that live up in the mountains, that does make a little difference. I'm not going to really be hard on cattle today, but he had a very, very high pap score, and that's why I ended up putting him down into there.
The judges lined them up on phenotype and on performance. Did we get another message?
We did. Julie Conover wanted us to correct from what Chuck Brost said. This is actually the second open PGS bull show. The first was in August at the Missouri State Fair.
Okay.
And they quarterly invite breeders to come back again for the next show this coming year in August at the Missouri State Fair as well. Yep.
Always a great state fair at the Missouri State Fair. Now they're lined. Now the computer has ground through this, And now they're placing them on the final. Okay, this will be interesting. Okay, now as we got the bull that wins the whole thing on now is Boyd Prosperity from the Board Beef at Mayslick, Kentucky, started by Prosper. He is the overall winner of this class.
Not a bad calf when you look at him, is he,
No,
Tom?
he's not at all. He's very nice. He's out of a Basin cow from the Basin herd in Montana.
And he's just a February.
Yeah, he's a February 16th. He's in his 10-month, I guess 11th month right now. Okay, now I think they got him lined up for. So 44.61 is going to be the overall winner when they took everything in consideration. And then second is going to be Alexander Duckworth.
Entry number 4462.
62. And then 44.63 is going to be overall third. And then fourth is
44.57.
44.50.
We have the final ranking of these cattle. First place, and congratulations, goes to back number 4461. Bred and owned by Boyd Beef Cattle of Mayslick, Kentucky. That was Boyd Prosperity 5066. Second place in the final ranking will go to back number 4462. That was GVF Ranger, bred and owned by Alexandria Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Third place goes to back number 4463. That was GVW Blue Collar, bred and owned by Grassy Valley Farm of Greenville, Tennessee. Fourth place, and congratulations, goes to Brumfield Doc Holiday, 5351, bred and owned by Brumfield Angus of Sawyer, Michigan. Fifth place will go to GVF Raider, bred and owned by Alexandria Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Sixth place will go to Sankey's High Velocity 510, bred and owned by Chris and Sharon Sankey of Council Grove, Kansas. In seventh place goes to back number 4459. That was CO Bedlam N140. Owned by Keb Cunningham of Roston, Oklahoma, and bred by Hilton Farms of Coyle, Oklahoma. Again, those are the final ranking with the combination of the phenotype placing and the genotype placing.
Let's analyze this now. The bull that ended up being first at the end, he was first on phenotype and second on performance. The bull that ended up second was third on phenotype and third on performance. The bull that was third was sixth on phenotype and first on performance. And the bull that was fourth overall was fourth on performance and phenotype. Pretty interesting, isn't it? We're now ready for class number 3. And we have 4472 from Kipton Taylor Thummel in Ravenwood, Missouri on TA Bonafide 44. Started by Conley Verified 0853 out of TA Envious Blackbird 1004.
And it looks like he's a single entry because I think the other one, entry 4426, is a scratch.
Well, I tell you what happened. They were double entered, see? No?
Yeah, they were too.
Yeah, they were double entered.
Same animal.
Yeah, same animal. So.
Okay.
So and this bull is bred by the Conley Verified, a bull bred by Bill and Donna and Trey Conley out in Clarksdale, Missouri. And, of course, the sadness of the death of Bill Conley, one of the all-time great breeders in America.
Yep.
Of course,
so here with a September calf, again, a single entry. Really nice calf when you looking at him standing there. He's got some power to him and some depth and some rib. When the bull moves out, he kind of gets up underneath himself just a little bit. I'm sure he'd like to square him up a little bit from hooks to pins out on the move. In terms of his EPD, pretty nice profile. little bit of birth, not bad, but some good growth. Good teat and udders are off just a little bit, claw a little bit higher, but he's got okay in the carcass department. So pretty good kind of calf, though.
The calf is from the Thumbos, is a 2.5 on birth, 149 on yearling, in the top 15% of the breed. Over here, as we go a little further, he is 87 on marbling and 78 on ribeye, and his dollar C is 303. He's in the top 25% of the breed. So he wins that division, Al. Now we're going to get ready. Now we're going to get ready for Class 4. And we have 2 entries. You want to tell us who they are, Al?
Entry number 4473. This is TA Achievement 436, exhibited by Kipton Taylor Thummel of Ravenwood, Missouri.
He is
sired by Boyd Bellringer. And then we have entry number 4474, JFCC Milwaukee, sired by Keneally Craftsman, and he is exhibited by Johnson Family Cattle Company of Shawano, if I can say that right, Shawano, Wisconsin.
And he was bred by the Sheepavine Angus Farm in Kimball, Minnesota, and out of one of their famous Alba cows.
Yep.
And in this class, we have sons of Bellringer and Craftsman. Of course, Craftsman has led the breed for the past 2 years for registrations. We got a really nice pair of bulls. The Achievement has a 1.5 on birth, and the Milwaukee has a 1.3 on birth. Both bulls around about the same on dollar C. And very positive on marbling and ribeye. Both of them with good yearling growth, 156 and 144. Taylor Kipton Thummel's bull is sired by the Bellringer, and the 4474 from Johnson Family Angus at Shawano. Of course, Brother Johnson works at the Genix stud in Shawano, Wisconsin, and is also an Angus breeder. So we're very proud of him for that. And obviously, he bought a cow from the Sheepavines in Minnesota that was bred to Craftsman and got this bull.
Yes.
So this goes to show it pays to go to auctions.
It does, Tom. It sure does.
It pays to go to an auction. And what's the true cure for Angus fever?
To have an auction.
No, to go to an auction.
To go to one.
You got to go.
You think that cures the fever?
Oh,
huh?
it'll do it. Okay. Now we're doing the
placing in this class, 2 really nice bulls, quite a bit different in their type and kind, honestly. The bull I'm going to start off with, the thing you really like about him is how long-sided he is. And then when you get up behind him and on top of him, boy, he's just got a lot of power. Really thick topped. He really is base wide. Shows you a lot of muscle dimension when you stand behind him and look at him. Though I do like the profile on this bull in second. He's really deep-sided, deep-ribbed, and soggy. He excels the bull in first in terms of that. But when you get behind him and look at him, he just kind of gets overpowered by the bull that I'm going to use him first today.
Not a bad Craftsman son, is he, Tom?
Yeah, he's a very good Craftsman, and he's out of a Frosty Alba 4220. Let's check her pedigree. Can we do that, Al? Yeah, we got a call coming in. We have a call coming in.
Congratulations to the Scuttle Hardbrick. Your champion in that division, exhibited by Brendan Zahn and Tag with Hayden Nova B 07. And reserve champion will also go to Brinley with Greenwood Forever Lady 2910. But now we're looking at our final class of yearlings.
And so Brad Johnson of Johnson Cattle Company at Shawano, Wisconsin, has won the phenotype division. And second goes to Kipton Thummel in Ravenwood, Missouri.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be a non-haltered pin-based show. We've got right at 50 altogether. There's going to be give or take about 35 to 40 that are non-haltered, and then there'll be the other 10. There's going to be three or four, about 3 bulls I know of, maybe 4, and then there'll be a half a dozen.
Our judge is now lining him up on performance, and it looks like he is going to go with Kipton Thummel at Ravenwood, Missouri, and second to Johnson Family Cattle at Shawano, Wisconsin. As far as their
Okay, for the EPD placing in his class, and I remember sorting these two out because their EPDs are very, very, very close and very similar. In the end, the bull that I used for first in EPD placing, he outsold the other bull in terms of his CED. They were both good growth or good birth weight and good growth. He was a little bit better in his scrotal. The bull that was in second was a little bit better in his teat and udder scores and higher in his $M. And it was a very, very close placing in this class on terms of that.
Now we've got a split decision. One bull wins the phenotype, the other bull wins the performance division. Now we're going to find out who's going to be the winner overall. So put your seatbelt on. The seatbelt sign is on. And going up in the first place now. And the first place we have 44-74. Brad Johnson of Shawano, Wisconsin, on his son of Kennedy Craftsman. And second goes to Kipton Taylor Thummel at Ravenwood, Missouri. But as you heard the judge say, very close in their performance. And looking at their $C, 311 and 322, about equal on the ribeye and marbling. And so the class winner of the show will be JFCC Milwaukee, shown by Johnson Family Cattle in Shawano, Wisconsin, sired by Kennedy Craftsman, and second will go to Kipton Taylor Thummel, Ravenwood, Missouri, on TA Achievement 436. How about that, Al?
It still is a lot to process, you know, Tom, just to think about how all this
all comes about.
Accesses and comes about together in a computer. It really does.
Next, we've got the class number 5, and we got MSF Kingpin 3056. He is by the Kingpin himself. And he is shown by Eden Urig at Ava, Missouri. He's going to be a lone entry. Now he's by the Kingpin. You know, Kingpin was born out in Oregon.
Yes, he was.
He is Illinois bred, but the Shalaskys out at Baker City, Oregon. He was born out on their ranch in Baker City, Oregon. And so this bull appears to be well on his way. He's a 0 on birth on his.
We get out here in our final drive for the wonderful Speckle Park show today, and I think we have 2 individuals and make it 4 that add up perfectly.
He's a Kingpin son, so obviously he wins across the board.
We have 2 individuals that just sit together perfectly. I think they're big body, big set,
Now,
the right pieces.
you know what? We're getting ready to select the grand champion bull.
I know. Then we have the females to sort through.
Yeah, we're getting ready for the grand. Now this is going to be interesting. We're going to bring them all out here, the first and second prize winners.
But at the same time, I think it's plenty good enough. And then we get into this big heifer. I think that she puts a lot together.
So, first the candidates are going to be Boyd Beef in Mayslick, Kentucky. Kipton Taylor Thummel at Ravenwood, Missouri. Brad Johnson Cattle at Shawano, Wisconsin. And Eden Uring at Ava, Missouri.
And not a bad son of a gun he is out there, Tom. You know it?
Yeah.
An own son of Kingpin.
The Kingpin. Now, he would be out of a, can we check his pedigree, Al?
I don't have much battery left.
Let's try it anyway.
No, that's okay. Let's see. We're going to give Chuck Broche is going to give reasons on this single entry, and then we go into the Grand and Reserve Champion overall PGSs.
Now, I don't think these bulls were in the other show, were they?
No, they can only be in one.
You can only be in one.
Yes, you can't be in both. Yes.
Again, just a single entry in the class, but a really good calf that really could stand some competition here in the phenotype part of this division. Calf that's really nicely balanced. It's got a lot of rib. It's stout and thick and deep, and really just massive all the way through. As I look at the EPDs, he's awfully good in his Cavanese scores, a little bit lighter in his weights. Teat and udder scores excellent. Claw and angles very good. His carcass weight, marbling, sure would like to see them just a little bit higher, but you certainly have to appreciate how good this bull is just to look at. Thank you.
Winner, and this is Edwin Uring at Ava, Missouri, wins this class.
I was just corrected by these ladies to my left. You can show in both of them.
Oh, you can
Not
show.
just one, yes. I thought you were only allowed to do one, but you can show in both.
Yeah, I think
the
that's
same animal in both.
Same
yes.
animal, but it doesn't look like it happened very often.
Well, it's one of them things. It's hard to compare apples to oranges, wouldn't you say, Tom?
Well, it is. But I like them both.
I do too. I do too. Yeah. Now this is where this is going to get real interesting whenever they pick the champion and reserve.
Yeah, it's going to come right down. There's going to be some nail biting.
Yes.
There's going to be some nail biting.
Could be some people pulling their hair out. It could be such a dramatic situation.
Yeah, I
Pass me that other catalog right there, Tom, if you would.
okay, thank you.
Thank you.
I tell you what, anybody wants to call in, we're still taking calls, 816-853-2697. I apologize. Some of them came in. We weren't able to take them because we had other chores to do. But the traffic on the internet is bumper to bumper.
Mm-hmm.
The traffic on the internet is bumper to bumper. About how many people do we have listening today? We've got a large number. We got, what do I call that? Traffic on the internet is bumper to bumper. All right. Oh, here they come. Look at here. They got we got an entry. They're marching right in. If our first class winner belonged to Joe Birgo at Durban, Missouri, and Kipton Thummel at Ravenwood, and then Boyd Beep had the next one. The next one was. The winner was Kipton Thummel of Ravenwood, Missouri. And then we had Brad Johnson of Shawano, Wisconsin, and Eden Uring at Ava, Missouri. We're getting ready for a grand champion bull. Wow. Now, don't these bulls look good, Al? Look at them.
They are very
They do look nice. And we've got the National Junior Board is out helping us today. We want to thank them for all the good work that they've been doing. Our judge is Chuck Broche from Colorado. He was talking about the PAP score. You heard that a little later. Always a big issue in the mountain area.
Yes, it is.
And look at here. And, here we have sons of Four Sons Breakup. We have sons of Ellingson Prosper. We have sons of Conley Verified. We have sons of
Boyd Bellringer.
Keneally Craftsman, and the Kingpin. Wow, look at there.
That's a pretty good lineup of powerful sires, wouldn't you say?
It is. And then our respected second place winners that we have out here today. We've got Alexandra Duckworth with a son of Premium Blend. And then also another second prize winner is Johnson Family Cattle in Shawano, Wisconsin. No, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. That was Kipton Taylor Thummel, Ravenwood, Missouri, 4473 on a son of Boyd Bellringer. So we got two bulls that were second in their class. Now, This is going to be really interesting, Al.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is going to happen?
I don't know. I honestly cannot say.
You did a
because
good
I
job
don't
of
know.
jumping up on the fence just now.
I did.
You didn't take any stand at all.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Well, I just was trying to see what you thought.
Up out here right at the moment. As you knew, a lot of these classes were turned into division champions as well. I think we've got some really nice bulls out here that really have some excellent set of paperwork to go along with them. So it makes me pretty proud to be out here to sort them. To me, as I look through it, and obviously you have give and take in the way one looks, and in the way that their EPDs are, and the selection that you put on those EPDs. I had somebody ask me once if I'd ever want to judge one of these, and I'm like, sure, I'd judge one of them every weekend that I go to a cow sale, because again, you look at their EPDs, you look at the animal, and to me, there's a couple out here that kind of fit the type that I like, that are cattle that are really good in their phenotype and their structure, and are just what I like to call dollar good, is are really high, but yet they also back that up with a really nice set of EPDs. So I'll go out right now and pick your champion reserve.
We're getting ready for a grand champion bull. And here we go.
I think this bull does a lot right. I think he's extra good looking. He reads really good.
We have a grand champion bull.
Entry number 4461.
4461 is Boyd Prosperity, 5066, son of Ellington Prosper, shown by Boyd Beef Cattle in Mayslick, Kentucky. Moving into contention now will be the second place bull from that class from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee, on GBF Raider, starred by the Woodhill Endurance. Judge Brost is on patrol looking for his reserve grand champion bull.
Tom, you talk about something that really captivates your attention as you're watching this thing and trying to judge it from a phenotype standpoint and then the number standpoint. It can really rattle your brain sometimes.
And we're going to go with the second place bull in that class. He is GVF Raider. He is sired by the Wisconsin-bred Woodhill Endurance. He's out of a GVF Pride cow. He is shown by Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. So again, congratulations on the Grand and Reserve Grand Champion bulls. We're now getting ready for the female show, Al.
Yes, we are. It'll be interesting.
The female show. Now, oh my, look at here. We're going to start right off with class number 6, the May Heifer Calves. The May Heifer Calves, we have one entry in the first class from Lee Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee, on GVF Blackbird 5140. She is a daughter of GVF Game On out of a Blackbird cow. 361 on her $C. She's a .3 on birth. Her marbling and ribeye of 1.47. That's 44.76. So here she is. She will be an automatic class winner. She is a lone entry. She is a May 24th heifer calf. And sired by the Game On. And from Lee Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. .3 on birth, 146 on her yearling, in the top 15% of the breed. Her marbling's in the top, her ribeye is in the top 2% of the breed. Her ribeye. She's a 1.47. She's a 361 on her $C. She's in the top 10% of the breed. On her claw, she's in the top 1%. On her top 3%. very nice May heifer
Yes.
from from Lee Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee.
Same family.
Yeah.
Now this is going to take
Andrea's,
us down.
Alexandria's father is a veterinarian. Her grandfather is a veterinarian, and her great-great-grandfather was a veterinarian.
And her brother is going to be a vet also.
He already is.
Yeah.
So,
Four generations of vets.
Yeah, 4 generations of veterinarians in the family. Isn't that something, though? Be very few sick animals at Grassy
Off
Valley.
with a pretty young calf, almost at May 24th, almost to June, but a really nice heifer that profiles really well, gets out and moves. And her EPDs, a really nice set of EPDs. She's got a lot of birth to growth spread, really good cavities and good growth. Teat and udder score good, claw and angle excellent on her, and her carcass traits all look very nice, and 83 for $1 so very nice, just a very nice complete package in a heifer.
Now we'll see a whole ring full of cattle come in here in just a minute.
Next
Tom.
class 7. These are the April-born heifers, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 7 head, Al.
Yes, we do.
And we got entries from Gabriel Ranch in Grand Saline, Texas. Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. From Marta Angus Farm in Lodi, Wisconsin. Irma Lee Juno in Elton, Louisiana. Kurt Zimmerman in Camigo, Illinois. Parker White in Grandview, Texas. And Grassy Valley Farm in Greenville, Tennessee. We're going to have daughters of 4 Sons Breakup, GBF Premium Blend, Crouch Congress, Keneally Craftsman, EXAR Bedlam, 4 Sons Fugo, and Woodhill Catalyst.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in they come. We should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 head. All born during the month of April and March. March and April born.
And
1, 2, 3, 4,
and the
5.
ring is full.
7 head in this class. And as I said, we've got a really nice, really a good-looking class here of spring heifer calves. Boy, the Angus breed has gotten good, hasn't it? The cattle are really magnificent.
It's only gotten better as time has went on, Tom.
Think about not having Angus cattle. It would be depressing. So here they come around. We're going to get the phenotype placing first. The phenotype placing first. And we have Gabriel Rita, 2-04 from Gabriel Ranch in Grand Saline, Texas. We have GBF Pride, 5275 from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. We have Marta Black Mist, 5139 from Marta Angus in Lodi, Wisconsin. We have LCHF Madam Pride, 001N. From Emily Juno at Elton, Louisiana. We have All-Star KCJ Billy 555 from Kurt Zimmerman in Camigo, Illinois. 4 Sons Sandy 1N48 from Parker White in Grandview, Texas. And we have GVF Rubio 78 from Grassy Valley Farm in Greenville, Tennessee by the Woodhill Catalyst.
A pretty good little string of open heifers out here, aren't they, Tom?
They're
as a
very,
whole?
very nice. And you know they got we got a heifer here. One of them is 403 on our $C. She'd be the highest one we have in here on that. We got heifers that are really good on their marbling. We got one That's at 2.10. 2.10 on her marbling. That would be the highest. She is the Gabriel Rita 2N04. And she is in the top 1% on marbling and the top 1% on dollar C. So she could be a handful.
Mm-hmm.
She could be a handful. But then we got the GVF Pride that's 387 on her dollar C in the top 2%. Her marbling is 176. She's in the top 3%. So I'd call her another handful. So I tell you what did I say? The seatbelt sign is on.
Seatbelt sign is
We better get seat belts for our chairs. Better get seat belts.
You know, Tom, the thing about it, there's a lot of people in the world that if you're not enamored and seasoned in the show ring, there's a lot of people that haven't caught on to what the point and purpose or the meaning of this PGS show is right now, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, it sure has a purpose.
It does have a purpose, I think it's a good thing that they created. The ones that maybe not, the cattle that are bred, not so much for the show ring, can prosper in this kind of show. You know what I mean?
And be a part of it.
They sure can, and have a chance to be successful in it.
Because I have a policy: there's not an Angus that God put on this earth that can't help somebody somewhere.
That's true. That's true. Very
true. You must
true.
always remember that.
Well, currently entering the one, we are getting started with our Open Speckle Heart Show. We're going to welcome to the ring our judge today, Mr. Tim Anderson of Bridgewater, South Dakota.
We're getting the phenotype placing right now. Tomorrow will be the heifer show. It's going to start at 8 o'clock in the morning.
The junior heifer show, yep.
Yes, it'll be very, very good. The junior heifer show tomorrow morning.
Starts at 9, Tom. 9 o'clock.
Oh, it starts at.
Yes. Due to weather concerns, they changed it. Yes. Okay. Due to weather concerns, they changed it to 9 o'clock instead of 8 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
Are they giving bad weather tomorrow?
I think hopefully by starting it later, we'll avoid the weather that's like happening earlier in the morning.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's understandable. Okay. Sure.
Breaking news. We just learned.
We'll have to turn into Al Roker. He's the world's most famous weatherman.
Right.
Maybe give him a call and see what Al has. Do you know who Al Roker is?
I do.
Yeah, we'll call him and say, hey, Al, what's going on in Oklahoma City?
NBC.
Yeah. Or we could call, what's our weatherman in Kansas City, Al?
Brian Busby.
Brian the Buzz.
Yeah.
I bet the Buzz knows about it. We got some heifers here. We got a heifer that's 175 on our yearling, the top 1% for yearling. That's pretty impressive. Another one is 171. She's in the top 2%. So I tell you what, it is a pretty enthusiastic showman out here. The dollar M, we have one that's 101 in the top 2%. Another one that is 99 in the top 3%. Another one that's 109 in the top 1%. These guys have really studied their numbers to be competitive here.
They sure have. Well, and you know, Tom, that's what it takes to be competitive. I mean, it's the shows are not won in the show ring; they're won at home due to the homework and everything that you put into them and studying the numbers, like anything else.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom, you mentioned our junior board members. We've got quite a few of them out here. I don't know all of them's names, but yeah, the junior board members are very well to be
we have Miss Kentucky.
Recognized. Yeah, Miss Brianna Smith, my next door neighbor from back home.
Miss North Carolina.
Ava Wood, she's here.
She's here. We have our friend from Michigan.
Yes, yes.
And let's see, who else have we got today?
Like I say, I don't know all of them. I know a few of them though. Then we also have we have at least one future board member, I think, right down here in front of us, Miss Emma Lejeune, Mark Lejeune's daughter, that's showing a heifer right now from Louisiana. She claims that she's going to be on the junior board one day.
Okay, she did tell me that.
She did tell, yeah, she did. A couple years ago, she told us that.
You know, but we wish her well. And what a great experience. What a great experience.
Yeah.
Have we got somebody parked up there in first place?
I'm not sure if it's official or not. He might be having to make a second look, Tom. I tell you what, this is not a bad class of heifers.
It's an excellent class. It's for who? I think this is on phenotype. We got the 83 heifer, is it? From Parker White.
Thank you for the invite to judge this open show. It's something that I've been looking forward to for quite some time.
I think we got Parker White right now in first place with his daughter of 4 sons, Fugo. And then in second, we've got 478 right now. That would be Alexandria Duckworth. In third, we got, let's see, 82. That would be Kurt Zimmerman in Illinois is third. Fourth is, that's 84. That would be Grassy Valley Farm in Greenville, Tennessee. Fifth is Marta Angus in Wisconsin. Sixth is Gabriel Ranch in Grand Saline, Texas. And seventh is Emma Lejeune in Elton, Louisiana. Now the judge is really casting a concentrated eye on these first 2 heifers, which would be heifers from Parker White, a daughter of 4 sons, Fugo, and the second place heifer from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. Do you know what president is buried in Greenville, Tennessee?
No.
Andrew Johnson.
I never knew that, Tom.
Andrew Johnson. He was he was right in the Abe Lincoln era.
Really nice class of heifers right here at the Angus P&G show. We got obviously some variations in type and kind. To me, the heifer that I'm going to use, she's just the complete, all-around good kind of heifer. She profiles really well. She gets out and moves. She's really got a lot of style and balance. The heifer that I'm going to use in second gives up a little power to her, but she kind of follows her in her type and her kind. She's nice up through her front end, yet she comes back and shows you some width and some base and some depth. Now, the really stout heifer in the class is the heifer that we have in third. I really, really appreciate that about her. She's big top. You get behind her, she shows you a lot of natural thickness. To me, she's a little rounder up in her shoulder, and you watch her move. She really kind of rounds off from hooks to pins, but greatly appreciate the amount of thickness. The heifer in fourth, a little bit of maybe the problem heifer in the class because she is so stylish from the side view profile. Really nice up through her front, long-sided, but a heifer that's a little bit bigger than the other ones in the class today, maybe a little too much frame for me today, and then you get behind her, maybe not quite the base width of some of the other ones. The next heifer that's coming in, really a nice heifer that's kind of complete and fault-free. And then the next 2 behind her, all heifers that are giving up just a little bit more power to some of the heifers in the class today.
We got him placed on phenotype now.
Well, congratulations. Everyone's special park rank results on Class 12. First place exhibited by Mariana Hernandez with PRF Kona 10.
Check 1, 2. Yeah, this is the first phase of it, Tom. The phenotype placing is complete, and now we go to genotype, and then we'll pick our overall final rank.
Are we on?
Yeah, we're on,
okay.
Tom. You can hear.
Yeah, we're on. We're not, you say we're getting ready for the EPD placings
the
now.
The genotype placing, yeah, genomics.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting them placed. Now I think this could be a kind of an upset here. I think if I've got this read right, this could be an upset.
In terms of what, Tom?
Well, there's some heifers that got some pretty impressive numbers that have kind of drifted to the middle of the class and lower. But we'll find out. That's why we have a show.
That's right.
I'm just talking to chatter.
Surely not.
Yeah, I was.
Well, they teach you in auction school to always have filler words in between your numbers. So I guess those are your filler words, Tom.
Okay. Okay, we're getting them lined up here.
One thing about it, Tom, they're playing some really good '90s country music on the intercom.
It's a little too modern for me. I like this classic country.
Back in the days of Porter Wagner, Jeannie C. Riley,
Mo Bandy, Ernest Tubb. What about Farron Young?
Dolly Parton. We can name them all.
Dolly Parton. Merle Haggard.
God rest his soul.
Yeah, and
Merle Haggard spent a few nights at your house one time back in the day, didn't he, Tom?
He sure did. And Grandpa Jones. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
And String Bean. Don't forget String. He was quite a character. You know, he was known for carrying a lot of cash, and some people
Sorting them out. By the way, I placed them on the EPDs. The heifer that I started off with, I just thought she had an extremely complete and very balanced set of EPDs. Really a good birth to growth spread in her. And then it just kind of nicely balanced throughout the whole time. A little bit higher in the pap for me, but sometimes you gotta make some exceptions, I guess. One thing that really stood out to me was her $M was 101, which is very exceptional. And so just a heifer that had an excellent set of overall balanced EPDs. The heifer that was second in the EPD part was very similar to her, just a really, really nice set of EPDs. Had a little more birth in her, and that's why I put her down into second. But she did have a very, very high marbling score of 2.1, so I think we got to greatly appreciate that. And then we really like her, but like that about her. The one in third, extremely high growth heifer, just a lot of power and growth. And usually when you get that, it comes with a little bit of birth, which she has. But you greatly got to appreciate, I mean, she's 106 for a weaning, 175 for a yearling, so that's an awful lot of power and growth. Really good carcass weight, marbling ribeye good, and a really solid set of EPDs other than that, but just high growth heifer. The heifer in fourth, good, really good in her cavities, not quite as high in her growth, but still, you know, probably acceptable, and really liked her in terms of her, well, she's a little bof light in her claw, just a little bit claw and angles, just off a little bit, and the carcass weight just a little bit lighter. But again, a real nice set of EPDs on the heifer. Heifer that's coming out next, tremendously good growth spread on her. Really good cavities up to 171 for yearling, really like that. Scrotal was excellent on her. A little bit lighter in her heifer preg, just a little under 10. And then a little bit lower on her marbling and compared to other heifers in the class at a 7.9. $M was a little bit on the lower end in the class also at 77. The next heifer here, again, another really nice. She's got really good cavities, pretty good growth. Would like to change her claw a little bit, and she's the lowest marbling heifer in the class, and that's kind of why she got slotted into there. And then this last heifer here, excellent in her cavities, just not quite the growth and power in a lot of her carcass and growth numbers.
All right, so we got the heifers now placed on their performance, the genotype.
Tom, what were you mentioning about String Bean just a minute ago?
String Bean, he was on the Grand Ole Opry, and he always was known for carrying a lot of cash. And somebody broke into his home and stole the cash and killed him and his wife.
I heard that was the story of how that ended.
The String Bean. He was a very interesting guy, String Bean. And I liked Grandpa Jones. Remember him?
Oh,
he
yeah.
was
they
real
were best,
good.
Him and String were best friends.
And what about Archie Campbell?
Oh, yeah.
He was a Tennessee guy, Archie Campbell. What about Roy Acuff, the king of country music?
Well, now that's George Strait, Tom.
Oh, now.
You can't be degrading King George.
And who's the queen of country music? Only one, Kitty Wells.
Kitty Wells. Well,
Yeah,
that would be understandable, I suppose.
Okay, we better get back to the show. We got off track. We're getting the final placings now, and
okay, now we're going into this. Will be the final results.
I'll tell you what, this one paints a striking look from the side. She is probably a little higher tying and a little bit more feminine about the way she ties into her neck and throat latch. But from there back, this one.
It doesn't take the computer very long to calculate phenotype and genotype.
I can hear it grinding. I can hear it grinding.
Knee and shoulder, but I'll tell you what, that one does give an awesome look from the side. Nice cross. I really like the paternal look of the female that wins.
Well, congratulations over here in the Angus ring. We have the composite final ranking. Class 7, first place. We'll go to back number 4478. That's GVF Pride 5275, exhibited and owned by Alexander Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee. Second place, we'll go to back number 4483. That's Four Sons Sandy 1 and 48. Owned by Parker White of Grandview, Texas, bred by Four Sons Farms. Third place, we'll go to back number 4479. That was Madra Angus Farm of Lodi, Wisconsin, with Madra Black Miss 5139. Fourth place, and congratulations, went to back number 4477, owned by Gabriel Ranch LLC in Grand Saline, Texas. Fifth place, go to back number 4487, bred and owned by Kurt Zimmerman of Camargo, Illinois. Sixth place was exhibited by Grassy Valley Farm, Greenville, Tennessee. And seventh place went to Emma Lejeune of Eldon, Louisiana.
All right, so here's the final placing now. Of course, Alexandria Duckworth is the winner on her daughter of GVF Premium Blend. And, of course, the second goes to Parker White and his daughter of Four Sons Fugo 2K55. Third to Marta Angus in Lodi, Wisconsin, on a daughter of Crouch Congress. Fourth goes to Fourth goes to Gabriel Ranch at Grand Saline on a daughter of Four Sons Breakup. And fifth, did you get fifth, Al?
Fifth went to entry number 4482.
4482 was fifth, and that was Kurt Zimmerman from Illinois on a daughter of EXR Bedlam. And sixth was Grassy Valley on GVF Ruby, a daughter of Woodhill Catalyst. And seventh was Emma Lejeune out in Louisiana on a daughter of Kennedy Craftsman. We're now ready for class number 8, Al, and we have 3 heifers. We have 4490 GVF Ruby from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee on GVF Mega. We have entry 4493 Sankey Rita, a daughter of Schieffelbein Top Gun from Chris and Sherry Sankey in Council Grove, Kansas. And we have entry 4494 Brumfield Rita 5012 from Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Michigan on a daughter of K.A. Kindred. So we have 3 heifers in this class. We have a heifer that's top 1% on daughter C. That is the Brumfield entry. We have the performance looks good all across the board. Now this, for some of you interested, this Sankey heifer, Sankey's Rita 504, you'll note that her dam is Peak Rita K210. And you know what the Peak prefix, Genix has started breeding Angus cattle, and that's the prefix they use.
Genix has started breeding them.
Yeah, and when you see that Peak prefix, that means that that was bred by the Genix operation in Shawano, Wisconsin. They have a breeding herd of cattle, and obviously had used Schieffelbein Top Gun.
Wonder where the Peak came from as far as
I don't know what that. I was curious too. I'll have to try and find that out.
By the way, Chaz Wheeler sent me a text message. He said George Jones was the king of country music. He just wanted us to know that.
Okay, tell him I could second that motion.
Chaz, I hope you're still listening, buddy. Oh, goodness.
Well, I still like Roy Acuff. I still like Roy Acuff.
Do we have a scratch in this class, Tom?
I don't. No, we got 3 head. We got 3 in it.
But
Yeah.
there's four. But there's 4 entered. See.
Okay, yeah, there is a 4th one. Excuse me, and that from Lauren Wather, a former Miss America, on Trenton 107. Trenton 107 daughter, shown by Lauren Wather, bred by Windy Hill Meadows in Aveston, Illinois. Out of the RB Lady Way Up. So we must have one heifer that's short.
93 is not out there, Tom.
93.
93
So
is a scratch. The Sankey
the
heifer.
Sankey heifer is, we're going to list her as AWOL.
Is that one?
In this class of heifers, 3 of them obviously. The heifer I'm going to use, she hit me pretty hard when she came in walking into the ring. Wow, so nice up through her front end, long and extended, yet she really comes back and shows you a tremendous amount of depth and body. She's got so much style and balance. And a heifer, she's just got a lot of good things working for her. A little closer decision in the second, third place ones. To me, what this heifer that I used in second excels is she's just got more base width and stout to her. You get on her top, you get up from her behind. She shows you more natural thickness and dimension. You really certainly appreciate the stretch and the eye appeal of this heifer in third. Really long up through her front end, extremely long-sided. I guess you just get, for me, I get a little disappointed when I get behind her. She's just not quite as wide in her base and a little flatter in her design.
This class, Alexander Duckworth is 1, Brumfield is 2nd, and 3rd goes to Lauren Wather. Now we're going to do the performance placing.
Miss Lauren Walter is a former Miss America, Tom.
Yes, she sure was. She was from the state of Illinois and was a very good Miss America. And once a Miss America,
always a Miss America.
Always a Miss America.
Kind of like some of these ladies that win the Miss Universe pageant. They just, when they win it, they never get over it. They never forget it.
That's right. Okay, here goes. We got 44.90. Oh no.
Well, congratulations over here in the Speckle Park results out of that last class of routine. First place and second place both to Trestle Creek Cattle. Now we're in this class of 15.
3-1-2 will be the placing from top to bottom. Placing first in the genotype is going to be entry number 4494, second 4497, and third place 4490.
So the first place belongs to Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Michigan. She was bred at Vintage Angus in Modesto, California. And in second was Lauren Wather, daughter of Teton, 107, was second. And third was Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. Now we're going to do the overall. Are you ready for that, Al?
I'm always ready for it, Tom.
In the EPD portion of this show, the heifer here is the one I placed in first. She has an excellent set of EPDs. Cavities, good growth, teat and udder, excellent. Claw and angle, excellent, some of the best in the entire show. Still has good carcass weight, marbling and ribeye, 98 for $1 M. She has just an extremely complete EPD profile from front to rear. The one that I have here in second is the growth female in the class. Tremendous amount of growth. Again, with that sometimes comes some birth, and she's a 3.2 for her birth, but she's 105 for her weaning, 178 for a yearling. Her height's a little bit up there for me. I prefer them cattle to be a little more moderate, and as you can kind of see that when you look at the heifer herself, and her marbling is just a little bit lower. The next heifer, the real stylish heifer, extremely good in her cavities, still has some good growth. Teat and udder not quite as good. Claw score a little bit higher than I'd like it to be, and a little bit under 1 for marbling, but again, a pretty nice set of EPDs.
We're going to get ready for the overall placing, Al. Overall placing. We missed a couple of calls while it was going on, so if you want to check in, you can call us at 816.
Did they try to call you?
853-2697. Again, 816-853-2697. If you have any comments of any kind you'd like to share, just let us hear from you. Here's the final placings now. It looks like Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Wisconsin, Sawyer, Michigan, is going to be the winner. And then second is going to be Alexandra Duckworth, and third is going to be Lauren Wather.
Results out of Class 8, your final ranking. First place will go to back number 4494. That's Brumfield Rita 5012, exhibited by Brumfield Angus of Sawyer, Michigan, and bred by Vintage Angus of Modesto, California. Second place, bred known by Alexandra Duckworth. That was GVF Ruby 5045. And third place was exhibited by Lauren Walter of Viston, Illinois, with WHM Lady 5115. We're now going to see Class 9.
Now, we're ready for them. We're going to have 1, 2, 3. We got 4502 Al. WHM SCF Blackbird 5088. She's a daughter of Teton. She is shown by Addison Tibby at Breeze, Illinois. Then we got entry 4507, GVF Ruby 5209, a daughter of Woodhill Endurance, shown by Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. And then we have entry number 4509, Gabriel Ariane 4622, a daughter of ST Visionary from Gabriel Rand, from Reese White in Grandview, Texas. Let's see. We're going to do a division. Okay, we're going to do a division first. I'm sorry. That's quite okay. Okay, we're doing the division. We have 4478 from class number 7, Alexandra Duckworth from Greenville, Tennessee, and a daughter of GVF Premium Blend. And from class number 8, our first prize winner is Brumfield Rita 5012 from Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Wisconsin, on a daughter of K.A. Kindred. And the respected second prize winners from class number 8, GVF Ruby from Alexandra Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. And from our other class, let's see, let's check this. We have 4483, Four Sons Sandy, 1N48, the daughter of Four Sons Ian Fugo, 2K55, shown by Parker White in Grandview, Texas.
Okay. All right, as we go along here, Chuck Broche is going to pick our division winners, and Division 3 champion PGS female is going to go to entry number 4494, and that is exhibited by Brumfield Angus of Sawyer, Michigan, and bred by Vintage Angus Ranch in Modesto, California. Sired by K.A. Kindred, and entry number 4494 is Brumfield Rita 5012. Now selecting a reserve Division 2, a reserve Division 2 PGS female. And we are still looking to see what we're going to do here. We're waiting in contention very patiently.
Al, we're getting ready for a reserve grand, are we?
Yes.
Reserve division.
Reserve Division 2 PGS
Okay.
female, yes.
Well, congratulations, Angus Wren, your Division 2 champion. Go to back number 4494, that was Brumfield Rita 5012, exhibited by Brumfield Angus, Sawyer, Michigan.
Today we're honored to be doing the broadcast of the show. My name is Tom Burke. I'm from the American Angus Hall of Fame, and I'm working here with Al Popwell.
Alex Popwell, also from the American Angus Hall of Fame.
So we're here, and we're enjoying being here, and we want to remind you we'll be back tomorrow. It's 9 o'clock for the heifer show tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
And Tom, if anyone is currently having a sale or thinking about having a sale and you want a third party to add some extra value to what you're doing, be sure to give us a call at the hall at no obligation. We'll come out and your farm and evaluate what you've got, and we'd love to host a sale for you, wouldn't we, Tom?
Amen.
And Reserve Division 2 champion's going to go to entry number 4478, and that's a GVF Pride 5275, exhibited by Alexandra Duckworth of Greenville, Tennessee.
Greenville, Tennessee. She is sired by the GVF Premium Blend. And so that was a really nice division, Al.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really nice division. Now we're going to get ready for class number 9. Class number 9. And we have, as I can see it here, 3 entries. 3 entries. We have WHM SCF Blackbird 5088 from Addison TV at Breeze, Illinois on Teton 107. We have entry 4507 GVF Ruby, a daughter of Woodhill Endurance from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee. And we have entry 4509 Gabriel Ariana 4622 by ST Visionary from Reese White in Grandview, Texas. So we have, I believe, 3 heifers coming in, Al. This grand champion part is going to be really interesting. These heifers are all born during November and December of 2024. 2024. Again, entries from Addison TV at Breeze, Illinois, Alexandria Duckworth at Greenville, Tennessee, and Reese White in Grandview, Texas. Boy, another really good-looking class, isn't it, Al?
It is. Most impressive to watch all these females come through the ring.
And they're fitted really first class. So again, we have Reese White, Alexander Duckworth, and Addison Tebe, and from Illinois. Can you look up something for me, Al?
What do you need?
I want you to check on this ST Visionary. I got the registration number. 2.
I don't have any service, Tom. I'm completely out of service right now. No bars. But with that being said, this has been pretty interesting to watch all afternoon, hasn't it, Tom?
Yeah, it's been real good. It's been exciting. Yeah, it's been fun. It's another part. You know, the Angus breed, Al, has a huge, wide umbrella. There's room for everybody.
You told me a long time ago that there's shifting sand in the Angus breed everywhere you go. Something's always changing minute to minute.
Since we sat down, there's been change in the Angus breed. That's what makes it so interesting and exciting.
And it makes it fun, yes.
As I say, it's built on shifting sand. There's always something happening with cattle, with people, with programs, with shows, with performance, with the association.
Yes.
Always something happening. And it's always usually positive and for the betterment of the breed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, last year we had the fortune to register, and think about this, 310,000 head of Angus cattle. That's pretty phenomenal.
It is.
When you think we registered 310,000 head.
It really is.
By Angus breeders. And you know, it's been my pleasure to have attended every National Junior Angus show since the first one was held in 1969 in Missouri. It was held at the University of Missouri in the Trowbridge Center, and I've attended every one of them since. And I've said this, there's no show that's more exciting, more competitive, or more enjoyable than the National Junior Angus show. You know, it'll usually have about 1,500 head entered,
yes.
And that's pretty phenomenal.
Coming from all over the United States.
And this year it's going to be in
Louisville,
Kentucky.
Yes, right there on home turf.
We might, if you're a construction guy, you could probably get a job while you're down there.
They're doing a lot of heavy construction
They
and
are.
renovating right
I don't know of any
yes.
place where they do more construction except right here. Look at this beautiful. I mean, you couldn't have a nicer show ring or facility than we're in here today. It's brand new, and I mean, it looks new. And it's very, very nice.
Well, you know, Tom, I think this could be one of the very first events they've hosted here in the new arena here.
It probably is one of the very first, I'll bet.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
So we got a Blackbird, a Ruby, and an Ariana. You know, the Angus breed is built on great families. And, you know, I get so sad when I see people that are not naming their cattle using family names. I'm a strong believer that great Angus herds are built on great cow families. Mm-hmm. And I think if you're not using your cow families, I think you should at least consider it. If you're not using the cow families, you should really, really consider it because it makes breeding Angus cattle a lot more enjoyable and exciting.
Oh, yes. Yes, it does.
In the heifer show here, we've got 3 of them, and obviously, again, it's a little difference in types and kind. The heifer we're going to use is the extremely well-balanced, nicely, the profile's really nice. Heifer that's nice up through her front end, yet she comes back, shows you some width, dimension. I think she kind of excels the heifer that's in second in terms of that natural thickness and dimension in her. To me, the heifer that most closely follows her, heifer in second, she just doesn't have quite the overall power and dimension and thickness. Now the big high growth power heifer is the one in third, but to me a heifer that I'd sure like to clean up through her front end. She breaks a little bit in her top and gets off in a rump out on the move, and just free her up when she does move. She's a little short in her stride.
Talking about cow families, Tom, each one of these 3 females that are in front of us in the show ring today each come from a different cow family.
Yeah, I see that we even got an Ariana. You know, they came from Charlie Rawson's Quaker Hill herd out in Virginia.
Yes.
Well, congratulations over here in the Speckle Park ring. Your champion heifer is going to come out of class 15, exhibited by Trusted Creek Cattle. Trusted Creek, notable 54 heifer.
Now, in this class, our winner was 4507 from Alexandria Duckworth on GVF Ruby 5209 on a daughter of Woodhill Endurance. I bet Brian McCullough is watching today, and I bet he's pretty proud of old Endurance.
I'd say he is, and very much has a right to be.
He's
done
probably,
a lot of things to promote the breed.
He's probably sitting in that really beautiful retirement home he has in the hills there in Wisconsin.
Would you call him retired?
Well, yeah, I guess so. I don't know.
I tell you what, Brian sure put in a lot of time and effort and devoted his life to breeding the Woodhill cattle.
And built a great herd. I mean, a really, really good herd. In second place is Addison Tebe at Breeze, Illinois on WHMSCF Blackbird 5088, the daughter of Teton 107. And third is Reese White at Grandview, Texas on Gravel, Ariana 4622, the daughter of ST Visionary. Now we're going to get ready for the performance placing. Is that right, Al?
Yes, the PGS placing comes next. I think Chuck is still kind of trying to make up his mind how he's going to describe this. He hasn't got on the microphone yet.
Yeah. EPD division here, the heifer that I led off, which I just stated actually a second ago, was the high growth, high power heifer in the class, and she is from an EPD standpoint as well. 102 for weaning, 174 for yearling. It's still pretty good in her birth, a 9 and a 2-4. Some things that that maybe you would like to clean up a little bit. Her teat and udder scores are kind of low, and as you see, she's developing out a little bit, and that does look to be somewhat accurate. But a heifer that's got a tremendous amount of growth, really high marbling, big ribeye, big carcass weight, and so she was the one that we picked to lead off in the EPD division. The heifer in second, it was kind of also like she is in the class. She was the nice, well-balanced heifer, just a tiny bit of birth at 2.5, but 99 for weaning, 173 yearling. A little bit off on the marbling, a little bit below 1, but still pretty decent, and a real high dollar M heifer at 97. The third heifer, not quite the growth of these other heifers. She was just 129 for her yearling. Excellent in her teat and udder score. Her pap is a little, again, some people might not matter to them, but it's a 3.3, a little bit high for what I would be looking for, but really good marbling and then a nice set of carcass EPD profile.
Now, Al,
yes,
we're going to get ready for the overall placing. The overall placing. And
drum roll, please.
All right, this is going to be in a. Where is he going to send that was?
Just a single entry over here on the Speckle Park side of the ring, but I'll tell you what, the young man brings one that just a couple weeks away from calving, and this looks like the type that the breed is probably striving to make. This one.
And so the winner is Alexandria Duckworth overall.
Mm-hmm.
And she is a daughter of Woodhill Endurance. And so Alexandria Duckworth cruises through the first position. Second
is going to be 4502.
That is WHM SCF Blackbird 5088 from Addison Tebe at Breeze, Illinois, and a daughter of Teton 107. And we have entry 4509. Gabriel Ariana 4622 from Reese White on a daughter of ST Visionary. So a real, now I believe, are we going to get ready for a division now? No.
We've got one more class, Tom.
One more class, okay. And that would be class number 10.
With GVF Ruby 5209. Second place exhibited by Addison Tebe of Brest, Illinois, with WHMSCF Blackbird 5088. Third place, and congratulations go to Gabriel Iriana 4622, owned by Reese White. We're now going to welcome in Class 10 to the Angus ring.
Class 10 is coming into the ring, and we have entry number 4512, KC Blackbird 4036. The daughter of E&B Wildcat, 9402 from Parker White in Grandview, Texas. We have entry 4513, JDD Beauty M42, the daughter of Jan Topcut from Danton Darrell in Foss, Oklahoma. And by entry number 4514, Wilkes Rita 4218, the daughter of Keneally Craftsman from Kalen Kaiser in Proctor, Texas. What do you think of this class, Al?
Well, I think there's one thing I really like out there.
Do I see a calf?
You see a calf. You
I
see
thought
a
I
baby.
did.
And to me, that entry number 4513, that is, as far as the phenotype goes, that's exactly what it's all about, Tom, is these females that are going to go out and make production cows after the show heifer career is over. And, I mean, I think that she wins the phenotype hands down, because that's exactly what I want to see in an Angus female.
And she has a nice udder and looks like she's a very responsible mother.
And a very nice heifer calf at side,
Yeah,
too.
she does,
Yes,
doesn't she?
Very nice, yes.
And she is a daughter of Jan Topcut.
Yes.
In the top 10% for dollar C. She's in the top 10% for dollar M. And she's 140 on, let's see now, let me check this again. She's 139 for yearling, so she's right on up the ladder. And real good on her marbling, 140, 1.41. Isn't it fun to see these Angus females in production?
It is.
You know, if you have Angus cattle, you got to be careful, because the numbers are going to grow, because they are productive.
All the time. Yes, they are, Tom. Yes, they are all the time.
Now, this is really going to bring, we're going to really find out now when we got a calf at the side what can happen. This is very good. Boy, she's got a, let's see. We have one female in here with a dollar C of 413 in the top 1% of the breed, and the top 1% for yearling growth at 178. Tell you what, the numbers on these heifers are very, very good. This is gonna be a nail biter. This is gonna be a nail biter.
It's fun to watch, though. Tom, I find myself getting intrigued.
Yeah, it is.
You need your cane, Tom?
I just want to say hi to you girls.
Yeah, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Great.
Get the result of our Class 10 entries. Here is Judge Chuck Brost.
Holly Martin. For Angus.
But you're off site.
Yes. 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 Also. No, I'm in St. Joe. I'm in St. Joe. Oh, right. Yeah.
Check 1, 2.
Yeah. Well, I was there for 5 years. And then, yeah.
Here, just a big powerhouse heifer that we're going to start off the class with. She's heifer that really is kind of my kind of female. She's nice and stout, yet she's good up through her front end, just carries a lot of body dimension and width to her, and just got a lot of good going in her. You certainly have to appreciate this one in second. Already got a calf at her side, has a nice little udder underneath her, super sweet up through her front end, really long-sided, square out up over. And the heifer in third, really not a bad heifer at all, but she just ran into quite a bit of power into this class, a heifer that's got some depth to her, just not able to quite compete with these other two today.
Okay, Al.
Recap on that class will be going from top to bottom. That is third, second, and first. Placing first is entry number 4514. That is Wilkes Rita 4218, sired by Keneally Craftsman and exhibited by Kalen Kaiser of Proctor, Texas. Placing second goes to entry number 4513. That is JDD Beauty M42, sired by Yon Top Cut, exhibited by Denton Darrell Cook of Foss, Oklahoma. And rounding out the class, placing third, is entry number 4512. That is KC Blackbird 4036, sired by E&B Wildcat, exhibited by Parker White of Grandview, Texas.
Now we're getting them lined up here on their performance. You know what? It's going to be a match.
They're staying the same.
It's our first match of the day. They place the same on phenotype and performance.
Not often that happens, does it?
It's like hitting the jackpot. This is really going to be, that's really good, Dale. Now that showed the system really worked there, didn't it, Al?
It did. It did. I'm impressed by that. I'm sitting here in awe just looking at it.
Yeah. It had to be a nail biter between 1 and 2, though.
I think so. I think so.
Well, the number one heifer, she really accelerated on her EPDs when you really get looking at it. She was 413 on her yearling. She was 178 on. She was 413 on her dollar C. She was 178 on her yearling. That's going to be hard to deal with. Nearly 100 on weaning. So she's a she's a powerhouse.
The dollar C at a 413 is what really threw her to the top. You know.
Yeah,
that,
and then look at her marbling, 1.88.
Yes.
But also now the cow with the calf, her marbling was 141, 1.41. So I tell you what, so it's across the board. It is a match.
Walking away from this thing, Tom, I'd say there's a lot of people that scratch their heads still trying to learn the system in a roundabout way, wouldn't you say?
Well, it takes a lot of concentration.
Sure it does.
And I want the people listening today that we appreciate you and our audience that are listening.
In
Tom.
the EPD part of the show here, I don't know how many times this works out the way, but I placed them EPD-wise exactly how I placed them in class, and it lined up with the way we talked about them. The heifer that won the EPD part, I called her the big powerful heifer in the show, and she is on EPDs also. She's got a lot of growth to her. Her carcass weight's extremely high. She's really high marbling, and all of her dollar indexes are in the top 1 to 5%, so just an excellent set of EPDs. The heifer that we had in second in the show, Cavanese. And as I commented on how nice her udder was, she has a very nice udder score. Teton udder score is excellent. Got some pretty decent marbling in her. And the heifer coming out third, I said she was pretty big and powerful in her kind, and she is. She's 140 for her yearling weight, just a little bit of birth, and again, a heifer with a little bit more pap than I want.
As we get down, the winner, of course, was Kalen Kaiser on his daughter of Kennedy Craftsman. Second went to Denton Cook at Foss, Oklahoma, on the daughter of Jan Topcut. And third goes to Parker White on the daughter of E&B, a Wildcat.
Yes.
We're now ready to move
now
on.
Come to the very end conclusion of the day, Tom.
Oh, my, we're going to have a division. We're going to have a division.
Oh, that's the Wilkes heifer that's selling for the foundation
Okay.
Friday afternoon.
We're setting up for a great division over here in bred heifers over in the speckled pop. A female that comes super genuine.
All right, now
That'll be a big selling point on her, that $C.
here we go. Here, let's see now. We're getting a division champion, right, Al?
Yes, we are. Now we're getting the overall champion. This is the overall champion.
Oh, it is. Here we go. Overall grand champion female. Holy tamale, look at this. Look at this. We're up here working with these Angus Journal girls, Angus Association girls. Aren't they friendly? And
Well, you guys work at the association?
they all do. They're all do. Even the commander-in-chief is here. Yeah. All right, now we're getting ready for the grand champion female. And our candidates are as follows. Let's introduce them.
I'll let you introduce those, Tom.
Okay, I'm trying. We're getting them lined up here. We got 44 at 76, and that's GVF Blackbird 5140 from Lee Duckworth on a daughter of GVF Game On. She is a May heifer calf. And then we have got the next one we've got. Let me find this next one. We've got entry 4494. That is Brumfield Rita 5012 from Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Michigan. And she is by the R.A. Kindred. And then the next one we have is 4507. That is GBF Ruby 5209 from Alexandria Duckworth in Greenville, Tennessee, on a daughter of Woodhill Endurance. And then we have entry number 4514. Wilkes Rita 4218.
Here's a judge.
And the bull and the female show around for exhibiting in this first inaugural P&G show. The heifer shows, I think, has been excellent. We've seen a great set of heifers. The paperwork on them has been really good. I've been very, very pleased with that. Before I get into picking one, I'd certainly like to thank the Cattlemen's Congress and the American Angus Association for the chance to judge this show. I've never done one before, but it's certainly been a lot of fun, and it's actually really nice when kind of some of the ones you like them on the hoof, and then you like them on the paper as well, and that makes it really nice. And to me today, like I say, we've seen a great set of females, but to me there's two of them that in my mind really rise to the top of heifers that exhibit both high phenotype and are excellent in their paperwork, and those are the two that I'm going to go out and pick for your Grand and Reserve today.
And our judges on patrol, Chuck Brost of Colorado, an Indiana native, and from an Angus family in Indiana. He's going to pick his grand champion female. And the grand champion female is
entry number 4514.
And she is from Kaylin Kaiser, is your grand champion female. She's a daughter of Kennedy Craftsman, and she was bred at the Wilkes Ranch in Eastland, Texas, is your grand champion female. And moving into contention now, we would have had entry number 4513, JDD Beauty from Denton Cook in Foss, Oklahoma. And we're searching for a reserve grand champion female. Don't forget, 9 o'clock tomorrow. 9 o'clock tomorrow will be the Junior Heifer Show. We'll see you for that. And we have a winner. The reserve grand champion female.
4494.
4494. She comes from the Brumfield Angus. 4494. She is Brumfield Rita 5012. She is by K.A. Kindred. She is a daughter of him. She was bred by Vintage Angus in Modesto, California, shown by Brumfield Angus in Sawyer, Michigan. And again, a heifer that's 413 in the top 1% on her daughter C. Excellent on her marbling at 1.59, 0.5 on birth, 149 on yearling. Kind of rings all the bells.
It sure does.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thanks on behalf of Al. Al, it's been good being with you.
Been great to be here, yes.
Al
loved it.
Popwell, my name is Tom Burke. We're from the American Angus Hall of Fame, and we are on the Worldwide Angus Network.
Walton Webcasting.
The Walton Webcasting, and we're calling it the Worldwide Angus Network at Walton Webcasting, and they're in Indiana, aren't they? In what town in Indiana? Walton, Indiana. A good place. And where's Walton, Indiana? Where it's located? Okay. Well, anyway, we're going to be back tomorrow, and we're going to be looking forward to what. So tonight, why don't you call your friends and neighbors and tell them to tune on in. Enjoy the activities, and we hope to see you. And again, on behalf of Alex and myself, we say good night. Anything else, Al?
God bless you all. God bless America. And we can't wait to hear from you tomorrow at 9 o'clock in the morning for the Junior Heifer Show.
And we love Angus more and more than ever.
Yes, we do.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Thank you for joining us for Cattleman's Congress. This has been a Walton Webcasting production. Lifestyle.